What's going on, everybody? We're here for another special Modern Playbook edition. This time, a simulcast with Drunken Chat Sun crew. We've got Ultra Maximus and Lucas here. You guys all know who they are. If you don't, you're sleeping. We're gonna go over previews for August 2020 because FOC is right upon us, and this is something they do over at Drunken Chat, and so we want to open it up to our audience too. So if you like this type of thing and you just kind of want to go over some of the preview stuff, we're not going to go over the whole previews just because, that can get crazy. We're going to just go over some of the interesting stuff that's left for August for tomorrow and try to make it a fun little thing. So hope you guys are all enjoying this. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to It's Drunken Chat Sun, where you will normally find this preview show. So we're just going to get into it. Lucas, you've got some fun to talk about with August 2020's preview. FOC is coming.
Oh, absolutely, man. There's some really good incentives in there, some beautiful freaking covers out there, some really great stories. So we're going to be doing the DC, Marvel, IDW, freaking you name it. And thank you, Brian, for hosting this because I definitely need your input on some of these sports card stuff that's going to be coming through. Ultra Maximus, you're my main man when it comes to G.I. Joe, freaking Transformers stuff. So I've got the perfect crew right here for this stuff. Unfortunately, we don't have drunk ass fucking Mel's ass here right now to freaking keep the energy going. But yeah, we actually did this 2 weeks ago. But we did the whole book and that took freaking 6 hours.
It was crazy.
My goodness. 6 hours, and at some point I'm just flipping through shit, just to get through it, man. But yeah, thank you guys for hosting this, man. Freaking, and let's get to it, man.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's. You want me to go ahead and share your screen? You want to get started on this?
Yep.
All right. Here we go, guys.
Right. So we're going to start off with Image, and once again, this is just in previews, right? You can go to previewsworld.com and you can find the same information. Here is what we at Drunken Chat are offering to you. There's a thing called a pull box, and what would happen is you send me an email, I send you an invitation, you fill out your information, and then normally what would happen down here, there would be a little order this or subscribe or whatever down here, and then you could order it through Drunken Chat or whatever. Once again, I'm not saying don't go through your LCS, I'm just saying that is an option. And then what we do is just work something. What we can do is just work something out, or you at least know that you've got to save somewhere in your stuff to queue it up for somebody to freaking buy it for you. Once again, we're just going to do the incentives right now, or anything that I know for a fact there might be some first appearances. Once again, I haven't really had time to go through all this stuff, but that is what it is. So
and real quick, if you guys follow along, like Lucas said, I'm following along as we go, and I have my my pull box set up with Lucas too. So as you guys can see, as I switch my screen, this is kind of how it looks. So you guys can order as we go along. If this is something that you guys want to get into, just follow It's Drunken Chat Sun, and you as they go along with these and let you know that something might be worth getting, you just order it and throw it in your previews pull box, and Lucas will hit you up with basically what you owe. So
you know what, and that's even better. You know what, Brian, go ahead and switch back. That's even better for me. That way you can drive, and then I can look at my dashboard and see what's actually going on. So that's even better for me. So the first one up, it looks like that's Scumbags. That one is actually past FOC right now, but you can still order it. There is like a 1 to 10. There's a there's a 1 to 10 of that bad boy. I've already heard some people say some good stuff. I don't know whether it's a niche thing or not. I haven't had a chance to take a look at it, but people are already talking about this. But what you do need to know is that there is a 1 to 10 variant of this that's out there, but I just don't have the cover for that one yet.
And this is Rick Remender. We all, if you guys know Rick Remender's work, you love Rick Remender. That's all I can say about that. I mean, Fair Agent and some of his recent stuff is just out of this world.
Absolutely.
All right, let me get back here. All right, what do we got next? We've got
some Walking Dead stuff. Scroll down.
And is that the Walking Dead colorized?
Is that what this is right here? This stuff right here?
because it's in preview. So I would assume that the relaunch for the colorized version of Walking Dead's interiors is what they're doing right now.
Yeah. So the interesting thing about Image and The Walking Dead is they're doing a lot of funky stuff. So just to make sure and keep everybody on their toes, they are throwing out those Negan foils. They're throwing out those regular color variants. So if your store orders any of that stuff, they might get a one per store on that stuff. So you just want to keep your eye on that. I haven't heard anything about any of that stuff, but like I said, it's always secret, hush, hush, until the very last minute. So just to cover my bases, I'm going to pick up one or two or three of these, or all three covers, just to make sure that I get those thank you variants that I always get in mail. And then so that's what you might want to do is get with your LCS and say, hey, I want the thank you variant. What do I need to do to make sure that I'm first in the queue as far as that? And if they say, hey,
you should start asking your store like last week.
Exactly. All right, let's see. So we're gonna go. Can you do? Let's scroll down to IDW.
All right, you want me to go to IDW?
Yep.
All right.
And this is going to be Ultra Maximus niche.
I'm a little savvy in some of this stuff. So I know Transformers versus Terminator. Is that one still?
I see Transformers Back to the Future.
Okay, so Marty McPrime is going to finally make his appearance.
And that's an interesting cover.
Yeah, and that's 1 of 4. So we got a 4-issue miniseries.
Right. And then for that Transformers Back to the Future, once again, that is going to be the first appearance of that DeLorean as a Transformer. So that's a definite pickup for me. This is a definite order for me. And the thing is, there's also a 1 to 25 variant of which we do not have the photo yet. So you need to know that there's a 1 to 10 and there's a 1 to 25 of that. So you need to know that.
All right. So what you want to be on the watch out for is store variants for these, because with IDW's print runs the way that they are usually around that 10,000 mark because they're an independent publisher. Whenever there's a store variant, that usually inflates that by 2,000-3,000 more, and they get all the incentives too. So this is the reason why Transformers 84 1 and 25 RIB was not ratio is what you should be paying for that book. Don't be paying too much more than ratio for that. With this, the same. If you can pick it up for ratio or below, the RIB is usually going to be in short order, because who's ordering 25 copies of this book?
Right. This should have been the 1 in 25 cover.
Probably. You're probably right. That's usually the way it works. Cover A probably rocks, and the retail incentive has got nothing but.
Exactly. Type in. So go to your URL on that one, and then type on the last 2 letters.
Go back to that. I got you.
Yeah. And the last 2, just erase the last 2, and then type in 30. And that one is the 1 to 10.
So that's not bad. Fans of Bumblebee probably want that one.
Yeah, I'm not angry at that. As long as it's not a photo variant. I'm just not a fan of photo variants for certain titles.
I did like that, and I got to give a shout out to DeVoe for sending me. He got me one of those Transformers, Ghostbusters, the combination, photo variant / cover. Man, he sent me one of those. Wicked. It's not even a book I was really after collecting, but that's definitely permanent PC.
Yep. Yeah, that's a cool one. I like that one. All right. Let's see here. What do we got? We got some G.I. Joe stuff.
Right. So actually, go back up. We don't have there's no pictures to show, but what's interesting is that Marvel Action Killers #1 and #2. It's interesting that they don't have a photo for that #1 quite yet. We're on FOC, right? FOC is tomorrow. We don't have a photo for that one yet.
Wow.
So that's kind of interesting. I'm going to order at least one of these. What's also interesting is that there's #2. Also, it's not FOC for #2 yet, but there is a 1 to 10 for Marvel Action Killers #2. So I'm definitely going to freaking take a hard look at #2 and 1, or at least order #1.
And you know what else? This is actually good spec. The Marvel Action series, especially the Spider-Mans, that got popular because of the cover art for the 1 in 10. Mm-hmm. Some of those books just are on kid racks and kid shelves in stores, and they're unknown that they're a retail incentive. They just throw these are all the kids' books. No bags, no boards, no care. Just throw them up there. So I've found Vader Castle, 1-in-100s places when like, what? Like,
I love
but
it.
I mean, they're out there, so definitely want to be out there looking for that. But this intrigues me too, Lucas, that they don't have art, because if FOC's tomorrow, then yeah.
And it's the gem of the month.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
So what's the description say about it, though?
It says that Doctor Strange and this is for number 2, but for number 1, it says it sounds like they're bringing, this is the Bloodstone stuff that they're bringing back, but it says the chilling grip on the ancient Darkhold, which if you guys know the series, the Darkhold stuff, those old Darkhold issues have some great all black covers that are awesome for sketch covers. They're like a matte cover. Yeah, there you go. There's that Darkhold series. Just an amazing series, and you can get, like I said, some of those ones have the all matte black, like matte color covers that are just great. So this says the chilling grip of the ancient Darkhold threatens Marvel heroes, and it's up to Doctor Strange and Ironheart to save the day. That's interesting. There's more to this terrifying mystery as our heroes follow the twisted tale of the Darkhold. The Darkhold leaves behind, discovering its lost stories full of scares and thrills. So that's kind of cool.
You said the magic word, Ironheart. So this is going to be a low print Riri book that probably is going to fly under the radar, which is the same for a lot of the Marvel Action Spider-Man books, because there are Miles, Gwen, and Peter combination books, and sometimes with Venom. And as we've seen, that one John Boy Venom variant went nuts on week release, Yep. So, Lucas, are you sure there isn't a variant for this one?
Nope, I'm looking in the system right now, and I don't see. There's not one for number 1, but there is for number 2. So yeah, like all that stuff you're saying is definitely interesting. Give that second paragraph on that number 1 a read.
So it says Jeremy Whiteley pens the 4 spooky stories in this bi-weekly event, all drawn by a bone-chilling gathering of eerie artists. First, Strange and Ironheart learn of the spine-tingling time Iron Man and Captain America faced a horrifying post-modern Prometheus.
So a post-modern Prometheus. They don't give the guy a name. They just say
Alien.
Post-modern Prometheus.
Whoa. Enki?
I don't think
that's Sumerian knowledge.
Yeah. What is this? Aliens? What? Aren't aliens coming into the Marvel world?
I don't know. I may have to actually read this one.
Yeah.
All right.
I like that.
Interesting.
Like all right.
IDW throws a loop every now and then.
And number 2 is interesting, like I said, because it brings back Elsa Bloodstone. So that's interesting. A lot of people love that character, but again,
she treated me so good last month.
Yeah. All right, here we go. What do we got next here? We've got.
You wanted to go to the G.I. Joe stuff.
Yeah, look at this cover. I love these old covers like this. These group covers.
That's the sub cover.
Yeah, this is. Cover B, 276.
And what about the 1 in 10? Do they have art for it yet?
I don't think they do. This is cover A. Here we got cover A here. Yeah. Pretty cool cover. How do we find the?
It's the next. I think it's the next picture that has the blank on it.
Right. So if you want talk about if you wanted to find the incentives, so what you would do is just go back to that one at 589, and you can go into the URL. So this shit is hidden, right? So you gotta punch in the URL. So type in 590.
590.
Yeah.
Why is it doing this to me here? There we go. Weird how they do that, right?
Looks like you gotta. What happened?
It's still going. Yeah.
It's thinking.
Maybe there isn't a 590. Nope, there it is. Whoa, there we go.
Okay.
It's got a seal member on there. It looks like Snake Eyes and Scarlet in the background. Who is that? I don't even know who that is, but the seal.
So, do you collect incentives for G.I. Joe?
I'll pick up the ones that I like.
Right. Because if they're anything like they are collecting Transformers, man.
Well, I'll have to one of these nights on Drunken Chat Son. I'll pull out my incentive GI Joe box and we'll have some fun because some of those old school
homages.
Yeah. Oh, the Michael Turner stuff from Graham Cracker and all that stuff is just beautiful.
So there's a ton of homage variants that Transformers also did that throw back to the old Marvel stuff. So yeah, I mean, I'm a nostalgia geek too. You know what I mean? It's hitting all the buttons. So I'd be down to see some of that GI Joe stuff, man. So this is cool. So GI Joe guys, if you're, if you got a local store, because I know a lot of my local stores, they'll get like 6 copies of certain books. They're like, we're not buying the extra 4 copies to buy the incentive, because that's 5 copies. They have to get the extra 4, and then they have to buy the incentive too. So sometimes they're not on the shelves, but I made sure that Transformers 84, I'm like, yo, am I down for the 1 in 10s? And they're like, yep, we got you.
And it's very interesting. It's kind of weird to see Torpedo on a cover like that. So I'm sure there's Torpedo fans out there. So, well,
I mean, if Transformers fans and G.I. Joe fans have one thing in common is other fans look at our fandom and be like, you guys like the same dudes, just like a little bit rearranged. And it's like, no, man, they're completely different people. They're completely different personalities, backstories, abilities, and we totally do get into it. So I get it, man. I feel it.
All right, like if I ever see Firefly on anything, I'm buying it. All right, here we go. Let's get back to this.
So this is going to be the best part of the IDW poll, other than that Marvin Schiller thing. See that Star Wars Advanced Shadow Evaders? Yeah, go ahead and click on that.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. It looks good, right? So go ahead and type in 5-4.
And we were just talking about these. Ooh.
That is a 1 to 10 variant of that one.
Ooh. So
that's one I'll be picking up.
So what? You just hit order, right? All right. Pre-order.
So for some of these incentive variants, it'll say that you have to or contact your local shop. By all means, if you can just hit me up with an email and let me know, hey, I want this. What do I need to do? And I do a little different. Whereas a shop will just sell you the one. I don't sell you the one because I don't want a whole bunch of shit in my house. I will, if it's a 1 to 10, you're getting all fucking 11 of them fucking bitches.
You get your 10 cover A's to flip so you can pay for your variant.
Exactly.
And there ain't nothing wrong with that. And if anybody gets down on you for speculating to support your hobby, well, they obviously either aren't good at flipping books, because I'm like net zero in most of my collection. Just saying.
Yep. It's staying on it. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
And that's why we're helping. That's why we're trying to do this. A lot of people out there trying to help get you guys hip to some of these easy ways of doing things. And like you were saying, some of these Vader Castle books, I know the guys over here on Flipside have the Star Wars show, the Dark Side crew. They love these Vader Castle books. Absolutely love them.
Star Wars right now, honestly, has the biggest fan base of Marvel, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, you guys might think that the Avengers movies do good, but it's nothing compared to what Star Wars has. And this is the reason why Disney was very smart in buying them.
Yeah.
So I feel it, man, too. That's
Disney just merged 2 cults. That's all they did. They just merged 2 cults. So they're good on them. So what about some of this other Star Wars stuff? Well, here's some of the Turtles stuff too, and we're getting into the Transformers stuff.
Yeah, let's take a look at that Turtles and then check out what the 1 in 10 looks like.
Okay, so we've got this right here, this ongoing. This is the 110 cover A.
Right, but I think that on the last page it showed a 1 in 10 incentive, but didn't have a picture, did it?
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay. 110 cover B. This is
so they always do this because Eastman's been doing the retail incentives on this run, hasn't he? Has he done every RI variant?
I don't know. I don't know about that.
But that would be.
Will it show it if I do 7-8?
If there is one, it will.
Ooh, there you go.
Ooh, yeah, there you go.
I like that. Wow. One. I like that one a lot.
Okay, knowing the tricks here. This is how we get around the coming soons. I like it. I like it a lot. So all right. So what do we see here on this cover?
We got them all: Jenica, Donatello. There's Raph. Leonardo, Raph, and Michelangelo in the back. That's kind of weird.
Huh. Yeah. Looks like he's covering their exit.
Yeah, I like that cover. You know what this reminds me of? I forget what you guys are gonna. People in the chat are gonna kill me for this, but that X-Men book where Wolverine, I think it's like 141 or something, where Wolverine finally comes out and he's in the sewers, and he's like, they show that panel, and he's like, oh, it's my turn now, and he takes out all those AIM guys. Oh man, I love that. This is what that reminds me of. This is a cool cover. I think this might be one to order. Anyways, it does say the story. It says Raph and Alopex come face to face with a new group of mutant bikers intent on doing things their own way. Will the Roadhogs be friend or foe? So is this a first appearance of this Roadhogs group? That's a good question, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, so there's been a lot of first appearances that have been dabbled all over the place because that whole city has just been covered in that Terrigenesis mist. So everybody's a freaking animal. So every time you turn around, there's a new character. Around every freaking corner, so probably most likely.
Yeah.
I've read the last. I think I'm missing on the last two, but I haven't seen any Roadhogs there yet.
Yeah. All right, so there's that. That's the 1 in 10 on that. There's a couple hard covers here that you can see.
That Transformers hardcover better not show that to Mel. He'll end up buying that hardcover.
I know, right? That's a sweet cover.
The phase 2 is like the end of the IDW G1 run that ended with Unicron. So all these hardcovers, they keep reprinting them, and they all have a different Transformer face on them. But that looks awesome.
Yeah,
this does.
I like it. All right. I get caught up in some of this other stuff all the time whenever I used to go through previews, man. I love some of this stuff. This is what gets to me is some of this. You see some of these Sam Keith, Arkham Dreams, the Max and Batman. I geek out over this stuff, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that do too. And you could probably get good deals on some of these.
But you're not seeing Transformers 84 Secret and Lies anywhere in there? I thought the issue 4 would be for this month, but I may be wrong. They may have already been previewed out and then just delayed because of COVID.
Yeah, all I see is Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
So, yeah. Well, it's all right. I mean, I ain't got to worry about it. I'll definitely get my copies when I need it.
Yeah. You got the Kanto book. Here's the Snake Eyes. For those of you guys who are following the whole Snake Eyes story.
Mm-hmm.
That cover where he's holding Mjolnir or whatever. And
mm-hmm.
I know there's going to be a crap load of variants on that one.
Yeah.
I just don't know if they're loaded in there yet. Let's see.
Let's take a look.
866 is not in there.
I think there was like, what was the final count? 40 or 42 variants for number 1?
Something like that. So here's one. Snake Eyes Dead Game 4 or 5. 10 copy incentive variant. It's not showing it.
So let's see if you can do your magic on the number.
Yeah, that's 87. Let's try 88. There we go. No, that's GI.
That's 276. So those last two that you saw, those were all 1 to 10s of that. We just don't have the photos on those yet. And so I'm not going to even hate because all the covers for the Snake Eyes that I've seen so far have been amazing, have been really great. So have they been? They're not necessarily high spec wise, but they're definitely freaking beautiful covers.
This is interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, we've got Return of Darth Maul. Anytime you see Darth Maul on a cover, it's worth thinking about putting a couple away, especially the newer Darth Maul where he's got the legs, right? So
between the events of Last Jedi and the Rise of Skywalker, so this would be after he got his legs cut off.
Yes, after. Yep.
Mm-hmm. You see them robot legs he's got right there?
Yep.
That dude from Grandma's Boy would be jealous.
Okay, I guess I got to get that then.
Yeah, I love Darth Maul. Anything Darth Maul, I'm all for.
It was, but the only thing, it was just so perplexing that you had, even before the movie came out, everybody was so hyped for the character because he looked great, costume was great, but then you killed him, or you got rid of him within like one swipe. So
yeah.
Well, what did they do to Captain Phasma? They did the same thing to her. She built her up to be this awesome badass, and Finn was like, "Ugh." So that right there, Francavilla, and anything he does is just amazing.
I just wish there was some color to it. I love Francavilla colors. The colors that he has, they're really I don't know if he does his own colors or if he has somebody do them, but the colors that he usually has on his books are awesome.
Now,
too.
we got a live viewer from Japan.
Where we got who we got?
K Titus.
K
Thanks for joining us.
Titus. Shout out to K Titus. K Titus is a big viewer for the whole community. Shout out to K Titus over there in Japan.
And then we got comics are fun. Six Boy 73 said he has those legs in the Clone Wars. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
I love this stuff.
So you got rid of the spider legs that he had for a little bit there, right?
Yeah, those are the cool ones, man. Huh. All right, so there. Oh, here's the color. Here we go. There's the color version. I love that.
Oh, the regular cover A, right on.
Yep. So there you guys go. Star Wars Adventures. Listen, anything Star Wars right now is super hot.
And there's, I don't think there's a lot of Marvel readers who know about the IDW separate stories that are going on. It's kind of like if Dark Horse was still able to continue making Star Wars stories while Marvel had the license, but you knew that wasn't going to go down. So then they were like, we'll go ahead and keep you guys writing these stories, but you're going to do it under IDW now. Yep. Double labeled. I mean, that way IDW wins because IDW does the printing and the publishing of the books, and they just put Marvel's name on it and cut Marvel a check for them basically being a new middleman.
Yep. Here's some of your Transformers stuff. We've got cover 24. So 24 and Transformers Galaxies 12. So
there is
a 1 to 10 on that Transformers Galaxies number 10. They don't have a photo for it yet, so don't even worry about going to it. But I do like that cover A. I like it.
This one right here.
So, you guys know I'm a little bitter about these two series, right? I don't really read either of them. I'm reading the 84 series because that's basically getting me to get back into the original Marvel run. But not knocking these. It's just I haven't given them a chance yet. I want to get a whole bunch of issues out there to allow me to read it. But that right there looks like the most OP version of Ultra Magnus that has ever existed.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Like ridiculous dope, dude.
I like it.
So that I've seen the cover art for that one too, and Alex Milne I think is doing a variant for this one as well. Which if he's doing an Ascendant variant with an Ultra Magnus drawing, it's going to be pretty cool. But so Transformers Galaxies is basically part of the new universe too, where Transformers, the self-titled, is basically pre-war Cybertron, basically getting into the war effort. The reason why they did that whole Unicron thing is just so they could restart soft reboot with writing stories again, because they'd made Megatron an Autobot, and they kind of like a lot of different loose ends that were left out there, kind of tied up, but not really. But the existence of the multiverse was established and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of I was accepting with G.I. Joe sharing the universe with Transformers, but I really wasn't into it with everybody else, Action Man and Rom and Mask, even though they're all really cool properties. And then, of course, Visionaries turned out to be living in the inside of Cybertron. They killed Cup. Like weird stuff, man. But, you know, for what the IDW G1 really offered me was basically my reemergence into my childhood in 1984. And that's why it is my favorite run of Transformers. And there's some really, really cool concepts that could still be explored. But one of my favorite Transformers got killed in issue number 1 of the new series. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm done.
Which one was that?
Brainstorm.
Okay.
So the Headmasters. You guys remember the Headmasters? It was like the cartoon that ended in America. Brainstorm is one of those 4 original Headmasters.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Next thing is Marvel.
All right.
Oh, wait. There's a Usagi cover down there real quick.
There is a Usagi. Let's take a look at that because we've got...
Real quick. Is that a collected edition?
This is number 14, so it's Stan Sakai cover, which is cool for the Sakai fans out there. There is I think there's another cover. Let's take a look here. What was that? 7. Let me do this. This is the trade paperback for that. Origins trade paperback volume 1. Let's see if there is another cover for this.
Usually is.
And nope.
No.
One
cover.
Paperback. Yep. Okay. Stan Sakai cover. We were just talking about the Peach Momoko San Diego book, which is on my list of a book to pick up. And it'll be interesting to see what happens with Usagi over the next couple months. I know there was a lot of...
Check out that comment from K. Titus.
Where's the guy? I like it. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Rabbit Samurai, right? Yojimbo is a solo samurai, right? Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Rabbit, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. All right. On to Marvel. See, this is what makes it so easy. Being able just to jump like this is great.
And I've been studying my Marvel manual for this month's previews for the reason that's on this cover right here.
Hey, we got to, man. You got to, because especially
that right there.
Hold on, keep that up.
Oh, this?
Yep.
All right. So we got a mystery woman who's got a fish head.
Front and center.
Front and center, the weird star-looking thing. And my speculation is that is Moira.
That would be cool.
Moira is all of a sudden the arch nemesis of the X-Men because she was cooking. She was cooking up something at the end of House of X. Remember where she was kind of like in that subterranean area, and she said something about not allowing the precog to be reborn yet because the one precog chick probably would know what she was up to, and killed her in a previous lifetime and in a previous timeline, and she remembered being killed obviously by her. So some resentment and stuff, but. Everybody said that Moira vanished, and I honestly couldn't keep up with all the House of X titles at release, so I was kind of like, Fallen Angels, wash my hands. Like 6 issues, I'm out. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, they were supposed. It was supposed to be rule setters to supplement the stories. Mm-hmm. So that's an interesting spec. So what you're saying is that if you see that in your local comic book shop, don't just leave it there. Pick that motherfucker up because that would be the first print.
The previews would be her first appearance in print overall, absolutely. But wouldn't that be weird if Hickman made Moira a mutant just to make her like the X-Men's like #1 villain after being with Charles Xavier and knowing the ins and outs of everything and setting up Krakoa?
Yeah, I mean, because what they're saying is that she was already a mutant, and that's how she was able to go through all those different lives. That was her. That what do you call it? Starts with the C. I forget what it is, but the ability to you died and you return and over and over and over again.
Her reincarnation, yeah.
Reincarnation. There you go. They're saying that's her power. But
she looks badass. I mean, look how badass that cover looks.
I mean, it's basically the four horsemen of Apocalypse returning.
Oh, I love it, man, and I love how they got this character here. I like this character,
Summoner. Who first appeared House of X #1. Very distant future mutant. Some of the last mutants left. I know that they're in a future that was being enveloped by the Phalanx, assimilating everything into unity again. So, yeah, man.
I wonder who that dude in the back is that has that Light of Galador sword.
Oh, yeah.
He was named in another picture. Okay. His name is Solemn. So on the very first inside panel of that book, it has everybody's name except for the mystery woman up front.
So let's go through the names real quick then.
All right, so we got Pog is the big frog dude in the back, or the big alligator guy in the back. To his right is the white sword. And
this one right here?
Yep. No, to the right. Oh, sorry, to my right. Yeah, to my right. His left. To his right is Solemn. So I don't know if Solemn's ever appeared before. The red and green is called Red Root the Forest, who's standing next to Summoner, who's the white one.
Yeah.
Standing next to Summoner is War. Then the one front and center is Classified. Standing next to Classified with the Anubis mask is Death.
So who do we think that those are? That's a good question, right?
Well, what I'm seeing with War is that it's a fire mutant, so it could be Pyro.
Yeah.
Who was he's been resurrected. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Death, not sure who Death is yet. Death looks too tall to be Wolverine, so we're not going to go down that Ages of Apocalypse thing again. I
love that run, man. I love
that Apocalypse 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Cable with the Pismatar, and honestly, with Rob Liefeld returning for Cable 73 and 75, even if you hate the guy, he created the character. It's cool to see him drawing his creation. That's how a lot of fans feel about him, regardless of how you feel about the way he draws feet. Them double-page spreads of him beating the crap out of Apocalypse and Cable 75 is some of the best 90s throwback nostalgia you could read.
Yeah.
All right, so continue to go around. We got the next to Death, the taller one. Yeah, that one right there with the ring around the head. It's called By the Blood Moon. BEI, the Blood Moon. And then standing next to that one is Iska the Unbeaten.
I'm loving this. I love new X-Men characters if they're done correctly, and this seems like it's being done correctly.
So, and
who's the crocodile?
The crocodile is Pog Pog, and that's POGG space UR-POGG.
Crazy. I love
and
it.
Look, he's got his hand up against the wall too. If you look in the top corner,
that's dope.
And then what I suspect is that red dude with the grass coming out of him, it'll probably come out of Empire.
Red Root the Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, supposedly all this is stuff that connects. Supposedly. So that's Stasis, Exosword Stasis, which I think there's a 1/100 variant. Is that right?
Let's take a look.
Yep. Let's see. Exosword Stasis.
We've got Spider-Woman. Let's see here. Exosword Stasis. Yep, right here. Here we go. So here's the regular cover, which I will go ahead. Well, let me see here. Let me take a look at the variant before I hit order on that one.
Okay. Right. So there's a 1/10 Laraz design variant with no imagery yet. There is a on 632. There's an Exosword. Wait. There's a Coax variant 632.
There's 6 covers that are showing on my side too.
632. Oh yeah, look at that.
And that one is. Yep. There's no incentive on that one. There's no.
So it's probably an open order variant.
633, which is Del Mundo. That's order all. You don't have to qualify to that one. But there's no photo. 634 Copal. But that one's a 1/25. No photo.
That's a bummer. I would love to see that Copial one. And then there is a D. Laraz.
Right. So no cover artist name yet.
No.
And that's a 1/50.
Interesting.
Try to see if you can change it to see the art.
I tried. It wouldn't let me. But that regular cover is a sick cover. I mean, how can you not want that?
Absolutely. A lot of artists, they try and put a whole bunch of people on the covers, and it just doesn't stick. That one's great.
Yeah.
I was able to find the barcode for it, so I'm looking for the cover.
Nice.
Nothing.
No.
So sometimes what you can do is, if you know who the artist is, if you can find them at ArtStation or something like that, they'll post that shit there first.
Yeah.
For some fucking reason. You can find it there.
Yeah, there's only 2 pieces of cover art released, and we've looked at them both. But there are variants. So obviously, you said it's a 1/50. Is there a 1/100 showing in the system? No? Okay, good.
All right, what do you think about this Spider-Woman stuff? Is any of the Spider-Woman stuff even worth?
So it all depends. So what they've been building up to. So let me take the time to tell what's going on. Spider-Woman, she's been helping out this friend of hers or her employer, but she doesn't realize that her employer is trying to steal stuff from her. He's been trying to do experiments on her because he wants to replicate the same experiment that gave Spider-Woman her powers. The reason why he's trying to do that is because his daughter is sick, and he believes that if he can give his daughter the same power as Spider-Woman, she'll be healed.
course.
Say it again. He believes that if he gives his daughter the same powers as Spider-Woman, she will be healed. So that's what I believe that they're building up to. At some point, he'll be successful. His daughter will get those superpowers. I don't know if it's going to be here at number 100, but that's why I'm just keeping an eye on it. So there's the 650. That's the regular cover A, which is by Greg Land. There is a 1/100 of this bad boy, which is interesting because yep, that's the one that I would have preferred. Was that Jung Yoon? I'm going to order it regardless, but I don't see. Let me see real quick. Yeah, 1/100. Yeah, there is no. Oh, so and then there's a Takata villain variant, 653.
Ooh,
Right, that one looks nice. And then that's it for Spider-Woman number 100. Oh, excuse me, excuse me, as I was 654. That's the Alex Ross Spider-Woman timeless variant.
thank you. There we go. Ooh, I like that one. Well, I don't know. Man, what I feel like it's like unfinished.
Right, and then so don't forget that there's also those timeless sketch variants that are out there. So there's a 1/1. If you order 100 of all these, you get to get that one as well. And then if you do 655, yep, that's the black whatever variant, R germ. And then let's see.
How does this? Can you explain to people how this works if they want one of the 1/100s?
Absolutely. If you, I guarantee you, if you order 100 from me, I'm going to give you at my cost. That's just straight up, man. Because there's no way you can. There's hardly any way you can make your money back unless that book gets hot. It's just problematic.
Now, is that our germ costume a virgin variant? That's not. That's an incentive, right? That's the 1/100. And then
our black version variant.
Right.
Is one of those previous ones.
Right. So here's the problem with that one. That one's at 1/500.
Oh,
wow.
1/500.
They're pushing a 1/500 on a Spider-Woman.
Exactly.
COVID?
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Exactly. Right. So there's not going to be a lot out there.
Nope. That's going to be an insane book just because of the 1/500 rarity during this current climate.
Right.
So basically, what people need to understand that if you buy one of these 1/100s, you're getting 100 copies.
From me, yes.
You're getting 100 basic copies to get the 1/100.
Right. So if think back to what covers we just ran over, there's the Art Germ, there's the Jung Yoon, there's the Land. I think there was a Mundos in there or something like that. Let's see what else was there.
That's the Art Germ 1/100 right here.
Right.
There's a 1/500 that they're not showing.
Right.
There's
the Alex Ross. Right.
Yep.
So and then there's the Takata. Yep.
And would you get one of each of these because you bought?
No. You get whatever. So, well, you're talking about for the 100 or the 500?
The 1/500.
So
break it down for them because this is awesome.
Right. So how many covers were regular? So one.
So there's a 1/25, right?
3, 4.
The 1/100, and then the 1/500. So they would get 5 1/100s.
So no. So what would happen is if you want the 500, divide that by 6. So that would probably be like around 95 to 96 or something like that. 96 covers per each of those regular covers to get that 500. That's what you're getting. So that one right there, you're getting 96 of those. That Takata, you're getting 90 of those. That Archer, you get 90. Alex Ross, you get 90. But also think about it. If you order that 500, right? Say you just say, hey, I want 100 of that Alex Ross. Guess what you also get? You get that 1/100 of that Alex Ross sketch. So I'm trying to remember. Was there a 1/50 in there somewhere? don't see it. Yeah, I don't see any 1 to 50s in there. So that's crazy. They went straight. They didn't even go to 1 to 10s or 1 to 50. They just went 1 to 100s and 1 to 500.
Okay, but we got to find out what's going on in that book, because why would Marvel put a 1 in 500 on a Spider-Woman book just because of Spider-Man 100th issue? They're trying. Is that what they're trying to push with this?
It says an unmissable blockbuster 100th issue with all the stops pulled and no punches pulled.
Okay.
I still don't trust Spider-Woman spec.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, when was the last time Spider-Woman was hot? When she was pregnant, and they had that. Oh no. The last Spider-Woman book that was really hot was the Manara.
Or the Prison. Don't forget the Prison.
Yeah, the Frisian one was good too, but like really like controversial that brought people attention to Spider-Woman. Definitely the Manara book, and then it kind of like fizzled after that. Like she's been a supporting character for Silk and Spider-Gwen in that crossover. Yeah, I mean, you could be right. They want to push the orders, so they're gonna have a 500 copy incentive out there. So if you got 300 copies and then you get a customer going, I want that 1 in 500. Well, there you go. That's how they get it done.
Yeah, they're really
push the title.
So look out for these pre-orders.
So another thing is, there's that female-led project that's happening with Olivia Wilde, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's already put that little that Spider-Man thing on her Twitter.
Yeah.
Saying, and she's too old to play Silk or any other freaking character other than Spider-Woman.
She's directing.
Yeah, I mean, excuse me. I forget the name of the actress. But yeah. Look, I think Spider-Woman is happening. Plus some other 2 Spider-Woman female characters that'll probably be in there. Yeah, so this has got to happen, man.
Well, what's interesting to me about all Spider-Woman spec is that Spider-Woman Alpha book, especially that variant that Mel talked about so many moons ago. That is a great variant that was hot for a little bit, but I think the rumors of that show that they had coming out, I think it was animated, kind of have died.
I flipped my variant for definite 1,000% profit over what I paid for it originally when I got room state, so I'm good. You know? And I didn't let up because I knew it was a really, really nice copy, even though it wasn't graded. I didn't care. So yeah, it's definitely one of those things, man. Like, do you trust Spider-Woman enough to spec on it? Maybe. And like, we got some people in the chat talking about it. LCS with multiple stores is definitely going to get this because they're gonna split up the orders between their stores to try to get an incentive and then put it on their eBay page or something like that. A lot of the distributor level guys who supply, basically it's my diamond account, but I'm billing the stores for these things, and they're handing out here peasants, take your crumbs. I've got all the variants myself. You know what I mean? Those situations do happen in some of these hierarchies, and it's just something you got to deal with. So work your way up that food chain, find out who's got those variants, and see if you can work a deal for it. If you're a Spider-Woman collector and you want those in your collection. If you don't want it in your collection, chasing this for a flip is probably a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I know a big, huge Spider-Woman collector, and that is Solo Wookie. Solo Wookie is a Jessica Drew Spider-Man fan, and he even said, like, this is getting out of hand. Like, even as a Spider-Woman fan, like, he's saying it's getting out of hand. And
dude, I got done dirty on some Guardians of the Galaxy books with a 1 in 1,000 and a 1 in 1,500s and shit. And I'm like, I can't. There's just no way. I can't do it because it's too expensive.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. At that point, it's ridiculous. All right, let's get into some of this Web of Venom stuff. This Empire's Web of Venom. Look at that. There we go. Right front and center on that cover.
All right. So Null's Coming variant also available.
All right, so this says, for weeks, chaos engulfed Earth and space alike. First, the corpse of a serial killer, Cletus Cassidy, was bonded to a remnant of a mysterious, powerful alien symbiote, resurrecting his psychotic alter ego Carnage. Then, the generations-long Kree-Skrull conflict reached out a brutal head on Earth with shocking and unforeseen consequences. Meanwhile, one of the ancient entity at the edge of the universe has awoken, born of hatred and darkness. It's the entity that feeds on chaos and brutality, and one group of unlucky fighters is about to face it head on. So is this what we're kind of getting everything at once that we're talking about, where they're bringing it all together? They're bringing the cosmic stuff together with the Carnage stuff, and of course, Noel's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is this after or before King in Black? I think
That's a good question.
This looks like it's before. If this is August previews, because King in Black.
This comes out October 14th.
Yeah, so King in Black, Enter the King in Black, Venom Empire's End is going to be the first lead in. So this is the start of King in Black. Here
you go, Lucas. You're exactly right. That manga feel to Noel is unreal. It's unmistakable. Mm-hmm. He's got that manga feel. And listen, I like, don't get me wrong, I like that look sometimes. I like the face look. I just don't like it on this character. The body look with the shoulder pads and the weird legs. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for those who doubt what I'm talking about, just take a look at Attack of the Titans.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Go watch it. Let's do that right now. Here we go.
Yeah. Look at Attack of the Titans. Look at everything that they've done with the web fluid for like the last, and it's Spider-Man for like the last 6 or 7 years. Look at the monsters.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Hey, I thought that was no.
You know?
Yeah, this Attack of the Titans stuff is huge in Japan. Like, this is the biggest stuff there is in manga for a long time.
Yep. There's live action movies. There's like several freaking animation movies right now, and it's all good. It's very, very good, man.
So this is the silver. I don't dislike this cover. I like that it's got a lot of characters on there. And what's going on with some of these characters? Do we know about these characters? I mean, we see the Kree Skrull guys. Is there anybody on there that we don't notice that could be somebody new?
Is that Michael Rourke or Yondu at the bottom there?
It looks like it. All right. Well, he doesn't have there's
fin.
Yeah, he has the fin there, but not there. It almost looks like they could both be him.
Yeah, and this is a 1/50.
The silver variant's the 1/50.
Mm-hmm.
What do they got for a? Do they have any more on here?
There is.
Yeah, this is. Yep, Empire's End. This is Image coming soon.
And that's no, that's not a 1/100. Does it say 1/100? No, yeah, that's an order all.
Where would it say that if it does say it?
It'll say it right in the title.
Okay.
Usually. Like it'll say like a 100 or like 1/10 or whatever. But yeah, that's it for that one.
That's a sweet cover. Here we go. Venom 29. Eddie Brock and his son Dylan are trapped in an unfamiliar world, but if there's one thing Eddie's good at, it's making friends, right? And that's Codex on there, right? Is that Codex?
Mm-hmm. That looks like Codex holding up Dylan.
Yeah.
By his neck.
That's kind of interesting.
He's got the old stepfather hold on him.
Huh.
That was last time.
A lot of people still thinking that Dylan could be Codex.
Well, it's a different universe, right? So
yeah,
it's still in play. I mean, I could care regardless either way, but I mean, it's a different universe, different time. Annie Werrick, she's still alive in that freaking universe.
Yeah. So Anne died in the main universe? I'm out of touch with Venom, so.
Either she died or she disappeared. One of those two.
Because that She-Venom issue, I know that I just read through that the first time, and she totally appears in the book before.
Right,
number 5, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the yellow cover one is the one that she's actually appearing in, and then she's on the cover of the next one. So the next one was like really big because she's on the cover of it.
Right. Because what I do know is that she had disappeared, and that's why Eddie had thought that something had happened to her because she was sick as well.
Yeah.
And he never saw her again, and until she shows up, and she just gives Dylan to his dad instead of saying, "Hey, man, this is your son." She goes to his dad and say, "Hey, here's your grandson. Bye." And then we haven't seen her since. So,
John's Box of Comics has. This is such a great point, and I wish publishers would just listen to us out here screaming. put some number. It's not hard. The card companies have been doing it for years, and it'll make those so much. It'll make those books so much better. Some books do it. I mean, there's every once in a while you'll get some variants out there that do it. Some of those
CGC thankfully didn't give those a green qualified label.
Yeah.
Which they could have, but I think because they printed the number on the cover instead of writing it, it went around the green label. Because dude, that's like every time they do a SDCC variant where they're like, oh, they're all hand numbered. I'm like, oh, they have a green label. Qualified.
All right, let's head back here. All right, so we did Web of Venom, Empire's End, Null is Coming. We did X of Swords, Stasis, Amazing Spider-Man 50.
Right, and there's a bunch of variants for that one. The most important, of course, is that Alex Ross variant, which is 638.
Kind of like the regular cover. It's not a bad regular cover. That's a decent one.
Right, so that's the regular cover, and then of course the variant for that is the same cover, but I'm trying to see what the information for it. Is it a sketch or is it just a 1/100? I think it's going to be a sketch, just like that crazy Captain America joint.
This is the Inhuck Lee variant to it. That's a pretty sweet cover.
Green Goblin on the cover. Does that mean anything?
Kindred is stepping out on stage for the first time, and Spider-Man is not ready for the havoc that Kindred is going to let loose. Hasn't Kindred been around forever? I remember that first Kindred book came out months ago. It's kind of weird for him to be stepping out for the first time.
Well, I guess the other ones it's sort of like a Null situation where he's got a whole bunch of avatars and centipedes and everything, and stuff has been like his dreams and shit, just all types of crazy stuff, man. And he's controlling all the other bad guys to fuck with Peter. So it's a crazy situation going on right now. But nobody cares because
because of Null.
No, because it's not written by Case.
If
it's not written by Case or Hickman, I don't care right now.
Yeah. Styx says already ordered multiple copies of ASM 50. Oh, yeah.
Are we expecting to finally find out who Kindred is in 50? Because everybody's speculating on who that actually is.
Right.
How many times did Marvel say this? The Amazing Spider-Man reaches another landmark, and we're celebrating in style. Like, how many times can you say that about a book?
So,
well, I mean, they're at Spider-Man like 9,000, right?
Yeah.
Like really.
640. That's 50. That's Bagley variant 150.
Ooh, let's take a look at that.
Is that
Kindred's on the cover too? Interesting.
Wow.
And then 642. It's an Ortega variant. It's normal.
Oh, silk. That's nice.
And then 643, that's 50.L.R.
Ooh.
Oh.
I like that one.
Yeah, everybody all was onto that one as soon as that picture started to drop. So
yeah.
All right.
It says this is 1 in 50. So you're getting 50 issues of it if you want this, huh?
Let's see. And then try 644. See if you guys like that one.
One of those
Wait. Before you guys go any further, bottom left.
Yeah.
Aranya. Is that who I think it is?
That's Aranya, right?
Renew your vows.
Could be. Oh, that's not my spec at all, but when it was my order, whatever.
Renew your vows, daughter,
yeah.
Right? Sold that 1 in 50 a little bit too soon.
Give it a 644.
I think that may be the one to have out of the 1 in 50s, though.
I agree.
Unless we got something else here, which oh boy, we ever.
Yeah, this is a nice one too. But the Pacelli is the name, right?
So is that Jackpot versus Spider-Woman, Spider-Gwen, Silk, the other Spider-Woman, a very beat-up Peter Parker, and Miles?
Mm-hmm.
And why are they beating up Peter?
I don't think they're beating up Peter. I think Jackpot was, and they're coming in. Is that what it looks like?
Spider-Gwen has his one hand. Miles has another one. What's her? She's holding his head.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Weird. Does that look Spider-Verse to you? Like animated Spider-Verse?
A little bit.
Kindred's assault is so epic, it's going to sweep the other spider heroes of the Marvel Universe up in its wake. So it doesn't give me much to go off of, but
no. But it's interesting that these are 1 in 50s on a book that has 1 in 100s. So there's going to be availability. If anybody does a store variant for Amazing Spider-Man 50 for this issue, then absolutely is going to have more of those variants being available. So I think they're going to be available, but I think collectors are going to eat these up, man, just because the Miles factor. Miles, Gwen, and Silk. Silk, I think, is still waiting for her day to blow. She hasn't really.
And I love that. I love that Gwen look with her hood still kind of there, but kind of falling off her head like that. I like that look. I've always liked the Gwen costume. I like the colors.
Oh, yeah. Definitely different. Because everybody's either got the mask or the cape, but the fact that she's got that hood embedded into that, it's definitely a beautiful look. More modernistic, definitely.
And then we got people in the chat saying that they want this, and other people wondering where's the Walmart variant.
Yeah. Well, this will be interesting. Okay, so let's play devil's advocate here. For this type of book, is this the type of book that you buy the 50 to get it, or do you try and pick this up on the secondary market?
Well, scroll up. Scroll up. I want to see. So this is not a 1 of 1. This is not a 1 of 150. This is this is a 1-to-1. So you can just buy all you want.
So for this one, okay.
Right. So here's the thing: if you don't know that it's coming. Like how many stores are going to order? I mean, stores are going to order it regardless and everything, but are they going to be there for you when you? Because I mean, I'm seeing all stuff that makes me think people are going to want this cover. Right?
Okay, so but will this cover qualify if you wanted to get a 1 in 50 of the Pacelli, and could you order 50 copies of this? See,
I mean, that's a good question. Let's see.
Shout out to Jason. Jason says, I missed an hour to watch the earlier spec show on DC books. You guys did your best, but DC spec is awful. Glad I'm here to watch the Marvel. I agree with you, Jason. DC spec is ugh.
Did we do any DC spec? I thought we just mostly shitted on DC.
Yeah, we did. We really did, man. It was a dark rabbit hole of shitting on DC.
Yeah, well, Deadpool did clarify that if you're really dark, you are from the DC universe.
Yeah, that's all I got to say on this one, guys. It's
the devil's advocate for me. No, I wouldn't be buying 50 copies of this to try to get the 1 in 50 because these anniversary Spider-Man issues Spider-Man's have, Batman and Spider-Man are the 2 big cult followings. They are probably the 2 biggest sellers for both of their respective publishers. There should be no shortage of supply of this, regardless of COVID and the wonderful world of eBay and secondary market. However, if you live in the middle of nowhere, you hate your local comic shop because they're jerks, and if you try to do what Lucas is offering you and they're saying, oh, well, that 1 in 50 because it's got Miles on it, we're going to want 150 for it on day of release. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, you should definitely be hitting that pull box. So there is a fine line to walk, I think, on doing these. But if you want that 1 in 50, yeah, I mean, you should be able to obtain it day of release. But like I said, you hate your LCS because they treat you bad. Do things for yourself, and that's what I love about the age of eBay, man. Like your local comic shop says, no, we're not going to order 10 copies of Transformers. We sell 2 of them, and you're one of the 2. So if you want a variant, you got to buy all those other books. Well, I'll just go to eBay and buy the variant and be done with it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Right. So you have to. Everybody's going to have a different situation, I think, for what's going to fit their needs on this one. But man, I think that 1 in 50 is good spec.
Treat yourself. All right, what else we got?
All right, next we've got So we went over all the Spider-Man stuff. Did we go? We didn't look at this one real quick. Let's take a look at this. This is the Spider-Man Vampire Hunter Horo cover.
Right, that's a 1-to-1.
Yeah. So there's that. I don't like it. I like that. I like that.
I like the suit. I love the suit.
Red and black looks pretty wicked. Yes.
If they were to do just a close up of just that suit with the knives and everything, I would definitely be all over this.
Store variant, here you come.
Yeah. Yeah, great idea. So there's that one. There's the silk. We already looked at that one. This one is interesting. So this is 51. That's pretty wicked.
Is that a Christian Ward cover?
Patrick Gleason. Doesn't say.
Yeah, Christian Ward's always got those wicked color mixtures.
Yep, Patrick Gleason. Yep,
Patrick Gleason.
So here we go. Last remains continue as Spider-Man seeks help from Doctor Strange. Spoiler alert: it's not going to be enough. Spider-Man does what many would find unthinkable: to take the fight to Kindred.
Right. So go to 646.
Kindred is Aunt May.
There we go. That's a nice one. Look at that.
That one's 1-to-25.
And Yuck Lee, and you know that one's going to sell.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, well, the other one it's right out there. Yeah, that one's a 1-to-1. And then
not a fan.
The 648. There's no image for that one. That's a 1-to-1. And then that's it for that one.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know.
Well, I think there's a couple other books that oh yeah, okay.
Avengers 37.
That's one of them.
Here we go. Look at that. Look who's on
Fist of Khonshu Part 5, the finale. Uh-huh.
And this is a big deal right now.
It's getting people's blood boiling.
This is the Rodriguez Where Avengers Dwell horror variant for that.
Not going to buy that.
And there's the Black Panther, the Alex Ross Timeless variant.
So there's probably going to be a 1-to-100 for this one too.
Yep, absolutely. So the only question, of course, is it 1-to-100 just going to be a version of this, or is it going to be a sketch variant? So, but right now, I think it's going to be a sketch.
Yeah, and what he means by that, and I think I said this before we went live, I think the sketches are going to be kind of like how that Captain Marvel, Life of Captain Marvel #1 or whatever it was, or the Mighty Captain Marvel, had the Alex Ross color for the 1-in-50, and then they had a 1 per store sketch. So I expect that to probably be similar. But still, if their 1-in-100s aren't color like this and they're just a virgin sketch, that in itself is pretty cool.
It's kind of weird how they're turning him into a villain.
Well, I don't know if they're not turning Moon Knight into a villain. They're turning Khonshu into a villain because he's pulling Moon Knight strings right now.
Yeah.
So, but I love the fact that everybody's like, man, that's got to be in his head. There's no way he's doing this to the Avengers. And then you read 35 and you're like, oh my God, dude, he actually did this to these guys. Like the other Avengers are like knowingly like on the run from Moon Knight because of how powerful he's been, claiming the Spirit of Vengeance, Mjolnir, and the Iron Fist.
Exactly. Well, the big thing is that Kenoshu is claiming that there's some bigger threat out there, and that's why he's doing all this.
Yep.
So the question is, what is that big threat? Is it the Star Brand, or is there something else out there that he's afraid of? Because at one point he was cowered in the freaking corner, freaking shivering.
But I think he's trying to kill the Star Brand to obtain the power of the Star Brand. He's trying to kill Black Panther and that's just it. Yeah, he's sending Moon Knight around to snatch everybody's powers, and T'Challa tells him, "You can't steal my power. It's in my blood." Like, dude, I'm the Black Panther. You can't just take that essence from me. Like, good luck.
I love that. That's cool.
It's been a great read, and I'm sorry, like if people want to hate because I've got a 9.8 for sale, and I admittedly have a 9.8 for sale, and I don't care what you think about my.
You believe in the spec, man.
I do, and I'm about to see if I can grade that other book.
Stick says, "Did you say Star Brand as in New Universe Star Brand?" Yes.
Yeah, like there's been many star brands that have been appearing in this Jason Aaron run of Avengers ever since the Avengers 1 million BC. That they have that star brand that apparently is one of the first star brands on Earth, and then all the way through. Remember the Hickman run, that the star brand? There was a star brand and Night Mask run that actually ended, and I guess they killed him off somewhere in it because now there's a baby star brand that's on the cover of the second print for Avengers number 34. And this Avengers 33 through 37 is going to be this 5-part Moon Knight series. They're ending it with a 1 in 100 incentive variant available for the book. But I'm going for cover A because it's got Moon Knight related stuff on it.
Yeah.
And all the other covers I couldn't give a crap about. And I can tell you right now, there's probably some Moon Knight collectors that are really agreeing with me on the same stuff too. They're like, we don't care about any of those other covers. They don't have nothing to do with the story.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Invite 2866 says, I can't even pull up that number 51 with them all. If you're having trouble, just send me an email and I'll try and help you out. Invite.
Yep. There you go. That's the whole reason we do this, guys. Community helping each other out. All right. So what is this here? What do we got here? Is this?
That's the Black Widow number 2, Alex Ross. It's not half bad. He just needs to, he needs to get a hairdresser to help him out, man. Freaking, because the hair on some of these females is all jacked up.
They all live in the 1960s and 70s, man.
This doesn't look like Alex Ross finished art. This looks unfinished. I don't know if he's trying a new style or something. It doesn't look like it's finished Alex Ross art.
It just bothers me, man.
Look at her face. Her face, that doesn't look like Alex Ross. It just, I mean,
it looks like Paradise X, kinda.
I don't know. I feel like it's really unfinished, and I don't know. All this stuff seems unfinished to me right now. This new Marvel 1 in 100 stuff or 1 in 50 stuff, but this is the if there's Black Widow fans out there you go.
Yeah. So 1 in 100 available for that one. See the Falcon right there.
Where do we go? Where
right. Yeah, to your left. Here you go.
Yeah. I like that one. That one's not bad. Still feels unfinished to me.
And if it's a wraparound and it shows the Falcon on the other page, that would be pretty tight.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Otherwise, you better have that whole damn eagle in there for 1 in 100.
But look how good the cover to the regular cover looks to that book. This cover is exceptional. That's an exceptional Red Skull cover right there.
Absolutely.
Agree.
Oh.
Now, who did the art on that one? Is that Ross as well?
No. Yeah, Alex Ross.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Alex Ross cover art. Now this is Alex Ross art.
Yep.
Yeah. Agreed.
And that should be a 1 in 100 right there.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what? The Alex Ross art that's on the Immortal Hulk run is going to be one of the reasons why that book sells way after the story heat cools it off. So
I tell you what, man, there is an Alex Ross Red Skull versus Captain America cover out there that is amazing. That gets no respect whatsoever.
What is that? Let me look that up.
Oh wow. Blue Green Artifacts just dropped big knowledge about these the period piece thing. He said all these timeless covers come from the wall he painted at Marvel headquarters.
Okay. Then that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. All right, here's the cover right here, Lucas. Let me pull this up. This is a gorgeous cover, and this is the painting, the actual painting. I don't know what this cover is to, but this is the actual painting.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I forget which cover that is, but that's a freaking gorgeous cover.
That is in the Secret Empire.
This is Del Auto. Hold on.
Yeah, but you can tell it's in the Secret Empire run because of the shield that he's using.
Yeah.
Okay, I must be mistaken, but yeah, that's it. That's a great one.
That book has probably cooled off a bunch, but I remember it was hot when it first came out.
Was it? I don't think it ever became hot.
I still can't believe how dope this cover is. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Boom. Let's pre-order that one. All right. What else do we got here? Here's the Cable stuff. We want to look at this Cable stuff. Here we go.
Yeah, because the X of Swords, I already pointed out that Cable #1 is the first appearance of the sword that Cable gets. But the whole deal, there's a sub story running in Cable right now, and this is 5. Yeah, just 4 just came out, right? Or 3 just came out. Yeah. It was I can't remember. The issue with Deadpool just came out, so this is pretty cool. Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Cable together on a cover. I'm down.
And those characters in the background look pretty dope with the green. That's dope. I like it. Phil Noto is an amazing artist that does not get his due respect. That Phil Noto Gwen Stacy cover is gorgeous, man.
Mm-hmm. You know what else is a good Phil Noto cover? The one that he did, the Retro Inhumans Medusa cover. Really good one of his. And I really, honestly, I dig that Kid Cable that he just did with the Deadpool face in the red background for the previous issue. I just did on a pickups video too. So love it.
Yeah.
And there's going to be an incentive. So the Olive Verdi incentive variants, I don't know if you've seen those. It's like the funky looking design variants they did. So artist variant, I don't know if that's going to be Alex Ross.
What, this one? No,
Yeah.
it's just a 1-on-1.
The 1-on-1.
Yep.
And what else they got? No, nothing else. But we got Excalibur.
Yeah.
Oh, X of Swords. That's what XOS means.
Yep. And this is the Braddock spec. Here we go.
Okay. So we got Braddock versus Braddock now.
Yep.
But one of them's got the sword of the Braddocks and the other one's got something else.
Yeah. And this is the original Psylocke, right? She got taken back. Is that who this is?
She just goes by Betsy now. She's Betsy Braddock now. So yeah. So was it Quanon was her name? They were calling her the Asian body that Mandarin had with Psylocke's persona in it. That yeah, they're separate. She took the Psylocke name. Betsy took the other name, but she's still the original Psylocke, of course. But yeah, it's wild spec, man, and X-Men right now. That is definitely Betsy though.
Yeah.
So she goes by Betsy. She's still got like the Psylocke powers of old, and she's not using the psychic knife, it looks like, but she's got a psychic sword, which is probably just as cool.
And what's going on with the other Psylocke? Does she have those powers?
Yeah, she's still a telepath. She still uses the psychic knife. She's appearing in Hellions. That's the book where she's dwelling in right now.
If you guys haven't read Rick Remender's old X-Force run, do yourself a favor. Go buy that ASAP, because we were talking about Rick Remender earlier. That is one of the greatest runs of any X book, in my opinion.
Uncanny X-Force Remender run, absolutely. 35 issues of just nonstop insanity.
Phantom X, Deadpool, Archangel is sick as fuck in that one.
Mm-hmm.
It hits all, and Wolverine, their uniform.
The Magneto episode, the Magneto issue where he asked Wolverine to go do him a favor in Argentina. There's some serious stuff in there. One of the local comic shop guys who actually went and left to work at Wizards of the Coast over in Seattle, like he actually got like a trade up job. That X-Force book, Uncanny X-Force book, is his favorite X-Force book story of all time. And I read it too. And I was like, again, I come from a very twisted, very, messed up family, both sides of world wars and things like that. So for me to read that, it was pretty wild. I was like, that's some deep stuff. And Wolverine does not disappoint.
Yeah.
And of course, having Deadpool on that team too, that's the great Deadpool X-Force outfit that everybody was like speculating on when he got burnt in Deadpool 2. Definitely a great run though.
Yeah.
And the Opana art. Yep. That's that right there in itself. The Opana and Remender combination is.
And they even built upon that, which even the second little run that they did was great. When they had X-23 in it, I think.
The Bloody X-Force run with Clayton Crane.
Yeah, Clayton Crane. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I love that stuff. All right. So that's that. Let's see here. Let's go. What else do we got here? Captain America.
Those are 1-on-1s. That Captain America, that's a 1-on-1, except for that Alex Ross up there, where there's going to be a 1-in-100. So we've already gone over that.
Yeah.
The Captain Marvel number 22. That's a 1-on-1, and then there's a cover B to that.
Let's see the cover B.
I think.
And also, I want to remind everybody that FOC is probably already passed for it, but the first appearance of her sister covers second print number 18.
This is the Unleashed Horror one. Don't like it.
And then so go back to the main page, because the one that people are going to want to pay attention to and look for the art is that Champions right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Huh.
Right. So I don't know what's going on in the book. There's that whole outlaw thing that's going on right now, but if you go to the next number, which is 715. There's no photo for it yet, but this is going to be a Momoko. This is going to be a 1-50.
Oh wow. Okay.
So this is going to be hit
or miss though with Momoko, man. If I don't know what it looks like, it's hit or miss.
You can't have a long neck Momoko showing up.
Right. So I see. That's what's kind of weirding me out about the fact that she got signed by Boom is that, every artist, they have that good year or so where they're absolutely hot, you can't freaking miss. Well, if you start picking up on it, where is she going to freaking fall? Is she going to freaking fall like right now, or is it going to be? Or does she still have some gas in the tank? Because I know her hand is freaking like red and pulp from freaking drawing all this shit, right?
Yep, she's drawing nonstop.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, and during the retailer summit, I was able to hook up with a whole bunch of more artists that should be the next ones out. They just got to get their chance, man, with some amazing stuff.
I don't dislike the Daredevil one. That's not bad.
That actually, I think you did really good on the coloring on that one.
I think this might be the best one of the bunch so far. This or the Black Panther.
Yep, he's got that very muscular 50-year-old look.
Yeah.
Even Trey used to say this back in the day. Alex Ross draws everybody like a 50-year-old man,
and his women look like China.
R.I.P. China.
Dawn of X trade paperback, Empire N trade paperback. We got. Let's see here. Here we go. Look at this. Here's the Excalibur. Here's the
Nightcrawler. Yeah,
that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
And you know what? Nightcrawler does not get enough love, and neither does the Jeff Scott Campbell Nightcrawler variant from, I think it is X-Men 206, like the appearance or so, new X-Men. It's right around that first appearance of Hope time frame, and that's a wicked Campbell variant.
I've got one. I've got it sitting right here somewhere.
Yeah, and doesn't get enough love. Nightcrawler does not get enough love. He's probably one of the better X-Men.
This is a good cover. This is a good cover right here. I don't mind this at all.
Mm-hmm. He shows well because of his good color contrast. The yellow eyes. On the dark blue skin.
Oh, man.
The red outfit. For sure.
Blue hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this one.
All right, Alex. I give Mr. Ross props on this one. Is this a
1-in-50?
1-in-100.
Oh.
So that one right there, that's a 1-on-1, right? But there is a 1-in-100 out there, and once again, the question is that going to be a sketch or not? We don't know.
So trade dress virgin or not is basically, you're either going to look at that one, you're going to get either trade dress on it with color, and then the virgin is going to be 1-in-100, or it's going to be a sketch 1-in-100. There's no telling what you're going to get yet, but that's a good pull right there for sure.
I like that cover.
All right.
Look at that Black Bolt too, and say what you want about Inhumans, but Alex Ross does really good with Black Bolt. Always has. Yeah.
I like that.
And for what book is that for? Fantastic Four. Oh, and it's number 25.
A new era for the Fantastic Four. Do not miss it. This issue has it all. New artists, new villains, new uniforms, and a new major permanent status quo for the Marvel's first family. Who is Helmsman? Is he here to save our reality or destroy it? Why is Victorious in New York? And what will that mean for the Human Torch? All of this in an appearance by Dr. Doom. One of the most important characters in the entire cosmos returns from the dead, and a major turning point in the history of the Fantastic Four.
Whoa. Read that part from Who Returns from the Dead?
Yeah. One of the most important characters of all in the entire cosmos returns from the dead.
And he just happened to have a first appearance in a Fantastic Four book way back when, I think. Wow. Could we be seeing
setup movie?
Or could we be seeing the return of Galactus in Fantastic Four after being killed off in Thor? And could we have just stumbled upon this now reading previews?
Could be. Has to be, right?
My spidey sense is tingling. That's why I said something.
You can't kill Galactus. You can't.
Well,
too big of a character.
You can, but yeah, how long is he going to stay dead like everybody else? And look, Lawrence. This is Lawrence. Right below that comment said, "Whoa, big news." I said, "This is all speculation. I'm right now taking a very big guess." Yeah, you have to have a Galactus in the universe, whether he's a life bringer or he's a devourer, whichever. But if that's happening in Fantastic Four number 25, there's an Alex Ross cover, there's an Alex Ross 1/100. This may be big news, and it might have gone under the radar considering FSE is tomorrow. So, woo!
It's a Scotty Young variant for it.
We've reached 2 a.m., everybody. So last call has already happened, and the bars are closing.
Mm-hmm. And there is a Scotty Young variant for that one too. So
interesting.
And an Art Germ variant.
Man, there's a Spider-Man 50, a Spider-Woman 100, and a Fantastic Four 25. What other anniversary issues do we have this month?
All of them. All of them.
Are they trying to bleed everybody dry, like on the wallet for this?
They're trying to make all their money back.
There's an Art Germ Virgin variant, so that must be a 1 in 500 then, huh?
I'm looking right now. I don't see it annotated yet, so it may not be annotated yet, but it may be in the works.
Wow!
Just like when that Alex Ross first came out, it wasn't a 1 in 100, but all of a sudden now it is. But at least they're going to give us a month to work it out.
Here's the Brooks cover. Ooh,
that's
a poster. But it should be the cover, right? This should be a cover.
The Brooks poster may be one of the
covers. Who's this?
That's the little kids that they picked up from that world. So they were the last two that were supposed to be fighting a war, but they were fighting it MMA style. And so the two kids, the Franklin kids, they were the Richards kids, they were gambling. They want some money, so they decided to buy these these kids out of slavery. And now they're just hanging out with them.
This is a beautiful cover other than Sue Storm. I don't like the way Sue Storm looks.
Her nose is all jacked up.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like it. I like the way he draws her though.
Yeah, get that side profile going.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite Brooks covers has got to be that A-Force roller skating one.
Galactus' son wasn't accepted at Strange Academy. Helicopter parent Galactus destroys the galaxy in a rage.
Teach you to be in my daycare.
All right, here's the antithesis Alex Ross variant of Medusa. Not a fan. I'm not a fan.
I like anything with a redhead. So
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Here's the redheads though that I like.
Yeah,
that's a decent one. I like her face.
You do like her face?
I like her face on this.
Yeah,
I don't know if it goes good with Jean Grey, but I like her face.
Yeah, the face is good. Even the hair flow is good. It doesn't have that weird wig look to it, where it's like kind of puffy in the back and everything. So maybe it's just because all the other ones were so jacked up. I'm like, oh yeah, this is awesome. But this one is definitely the best female out of all these series so far.
Yeah, I like this. X of Swords Part 6, Hellions number 5.
Yeah. And another thing is, she does have that 40-year-old mom look where she's trying to hold her in her stomach, kind of pumping it out, making it more natural. she had to pull, walking around trying to hold his stomach in.
Look at that one.
Yeah. We definitely loved this one the last time we talked about it. This Iceman timeless variant. Yep. I'm trying to definitely get the. The only thing is, if it's a sketch, I don't want it. But
No.
if it's this one as a 1/100 version, yeah, I'm definitely going to try and get that one.
It's interesting. Here's the regular Hellions covers. That's pretty dope.
See, what was that? Was that 615? Is there another?
There's probably a Hellions variant.
Yeah, Pacelli variant. There's a Pacelli, and there's the Phoenix one.
Okay.
All right, let's see here. Immortal Hulk 38, classic homage cover. That's a nice one. I like it. Alex Ross.
He's obviously saving up for a new house, man, with all these covers that are coming out.
Gotta be.
Look at his legs, though. His thigh muscles look a little weird, man. His knee.
Well, it looks familiar to me because if you've gone to the gym enough, you've seen these old ass 50-year-olds that they're trying to get their legs going, and they got that one arthritic knee, and it's kind of just all chewed up, man. They had a couple of surgeries. Yeah, that looks right. That looks about right to me.
Someone in the chat, P2, said that timeless covers went up life size at the Marvel offices. That's wild. You know, I mean, I could see pictures painted there, but I didn't know they were life size. That's wicked. And there's a debate. Some people think that Alex Ross makes art for old people,
Okay,
and then other people said that they like Alex Ross covers and they're not even old.
So this is an interesting one. Has this been confirmed? Please tell me it hasn't. I do not want to see Shia LaBeouf as Iceman.
He's got a better chance of being Wolverine. Yeah,
he needs to be Moon Knight.
That would be probably the better fit. Yeah, but I think there's other crazier people that we can get to play Moon Knight.
Yeah.
692.
692.
It's Mike Del Mundo. This is a 1/1.
This is the horror variant. I don't like it. I like the colors though. I don't like it though. Let's see what we got here. 693. Ooh, I like that one.
And it's got a whole bunch. Yep, it's got a whole bunch of the gamma mutates on there to include almost all the personalities of Hulk in there.
I like it. I could see that one. Is that a variant?
It's a 1/1. Yep. And then let's see.
It's the next one. All right, let's see here. Alex Ross again, man, just pumping out the covers.
Willem Dafoe is Iceman.
There is a Bennett spoiler variant. Sometimes an outside force entered Bruce Banner's system. The devil says it's the Green Scar. The Green Scar says it's the devil. Maybe they're both right or both wrong, but only one of them can be immortal. Huh.
So something's happening. Something's moving.
And P2 said to check out the Marvel mural. I'll check that out, man.
Wow, look at this Iron Man cover.
Let's see this. So that's probably some of Alex Ross's best right there.
That's gorgeous. That is what I'm talking about. That's Alex Ross art right there. That's beautiful.
So yeah, there's a whole bunch of covers for that one. So
Korvac is back, huh?
Oh,
yeah.
Try 669.
The Secret Wars Korvac series too is definitely a really good read. If you didn't catch that little mini series, it was good stuff.
That's not bad.
And that's another Alex Ross cover, isn't it?
No, this is
Scan.
Yeah.
And then the horror variant is Jesus, what is it?
But you know what? The the usual drop off from issue 1 to issue 2 ordering is probably going to make some of these incentives a little bit tougher to come by for those Iron Man collectors, unless they're ordering big. The Iron Man thing.
Power Ranger Iron Man says.
No, man, that's definitely the Iron Man thing.
Yeah,
that's wicked. Man Thing. Can you imagine Man Thing like rolling around in a Hulkbuster armor?
All right, let's see here.
Opens it up. There's the Man Thing inside. Whoa, man! What the hell happened to you?
There's the Maestro book. Or we've got. We talked about this the other night. The new retcon on the Maestro origin. The Hulk meets the Maestro, and it's not who you expect it to be. Interesting. We'll see what goes on.
Wait. Okay, so something I noticed was an Amadeus Cho Hulk book was starting to move last week, and I didn't know why. And then I did hear there was a key collector alert. Are they retconning Cho into the Maestro story?
Ooh.
They better not.
Ooh.
Because right there it says the Maestro is not Banner. It's somebody else.
So would that mean, because when Maestro wakes up, he's chilling with Betty. Well, Betty and his mind and his sons and everything. So is Cho messing around with Betty now?
And
I don't know.
This is a Dale Keown cover too. So
yeah,
famous Hulk artist.
Yeah, so I don't know why the Cho book started moving. I thought it was because of Lady Hellbender, because I have hopes on her.
And Peter David. That's another thing. You got Peter David and Dale Keown on that one.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I think they love the team up of the old school Hulk, man. I was reading Hulk during that time frame, 377.
Yeah, when he made Hulk War. You remember that? When he made, at one point, Hulk became War, the god of war. I don't know if you remember that, when he Apocalypse turned him into one of his whatever they call him.
Turn him into a horseman. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Marauders. That's the Iceman variant. They aren't showing any other ones, but here's the normal cover, it looks like, for that. Huh. So that's Shuri's in there, huh?
Well, now it's got the Black Panther on the bottom of it, and also showing that Jean Grey and Wolverine have stepped over from X-Force on the Marauders now.
They've been pushing Shuri a lot. She's just been showing up in all types of books, man. She showed up in the Captain America book this week.
She's a great character. They should.
Is that why that Captain America Empire sold out, because of Shuri's appearance?
No, if it did, what's her name? Betsy. She has this new Iron Man suit. And people make even people in the book, like, lady, you're 60 years old. Why are you putting on this suit? You got all these young people here. Why are you putting on the suit?
Iron Man just be giving out suits, man. Even Black Hat got one.
I know, right?
New Mutants number 13, the Alex Ross variant.
Yeah, I've seen the preview art for that one.
I don't know what to think about that.
He does chromes and gold pretty good, I got to admit.
He does.
So nothing else catching your eye?
No. Savage Avengers, Shang-Chi. Here's the Shang-Chi, Alex Ross. This one doesn't look too bad.
And it's 2 of a miniseries, so the usual issue drop.
Yeah.
People order heavy on issue 1, then they cut variants on issue 2, so that may be a little bit of a perfect storm for this one. And anybody who's trying to put together a set of these, good luck. But I do know that you'll probably be able to sell the set for a premium if you have it assembled in your mint.
Right.
All right, let's talk about some of the Star Wars stuff real quick. Here's the Bounty Hunters stuff. Great series, awesome series, a loved character by real deep Star Wars fans, and Valance goes back to the Marvel run, right? It was a goofy character back then, but they're turning it into something that you could see maybe him showing up somewhere. And here's the Dagobah variant. Now, there was a little issue with the Dagobah variant on the last issue of this, right? Where they had some mix-up where it was supposed to be one cover and they split it into two, and then some people thought they were getting the Yoda version, and they ended up getting the Luke and X-Wing, and not the Yoda version, and something like that.
Oh no!
Yeah, so
that probably upset a bunch of people, didn't it?
It did. A lot of people ordered their books from retailers, and they ended up getting a book that they're like, "Hey, I didn't order this," and they contact the retailer, and the retailer goes, "Yeah, they switched it at the last second. If you don't want it, send it back to us." But there is a JTC action figure variant for this one. Here we go, right here. So,
right. Okay, and that's
great. Here we go again. So, but this one, does it show as a incentive, Lucas?
No incentive, but it is a 1-to-1. But once again, it's one of those. We got a month out. We still don't have the photo of it yet. So, it should be interesting.
Well, I mean, regardless. So you guys know what happened with that Star Wars #6 action figure variant? They changed it with 1 day left to change before FOC. They changed it from a 125 to an open order. And then when everybody got their feathers ruffled about that being open order for 1 day and not being able to order it, then they opened FOC up for another week on that book. So that book is going to be quite common. But it went from being an incentive. So they did the same thing. This was probably originally going to be an incentive. That's for the Star Wars yellow lightsaber Luke coming out for #6.
Yeah.
So they changed it from a 1-in-25 to an open order, and then they extended FOC a week in order to help orders with that one. Okay. And they probably did the same thing with this one here too. They were probably going to have it as an incentive, and they probably were like, "Oh no, take the incentive off of it." So expect there to be enough of these to go around.
And for all those Forlome and Zuckus fans out there, this is a Forlome and Zuckus heavy book. So I can't remember. I think they both had action figure variants already, right?
He did in the reprint of Star Wars 107.
And he actually flipped them like they were in the old action figures, right? Because those two figures are infamous for, I think Star Wars flipped them on the action figures. So everybody thought Forlome was actually Zuckus and vice versa.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
But I know that they did the final issue to the Marvel Star Wars series with him on the action figure variant for that one.
Very cool.
But I'm missing a bunch of those. But I'm attempting the full run of the action figure variants. It's nuts.
Good luck.
I'm more than halfway there, but I've missed a lot of those really expensive, one shots through JTC's store.
And they had a lot of store variants on those action figure variants too.
But the thing is, I'm not after the ones that are like the one, like the mail away, the WonderCon, the WonderCon ones. Like I like them. But I'm just after the ones that JTC does in the traditional action figure variant format. I'm not after the variant. Yeah, like that one. I mean, they're cool.
I like the mail away ones. I really like the one. I think there's one with Boba Fett on there. I like that one. But yeah, there are store variants. So,
But there is, that Tate's did a store variant one looking like the regular JTCs of one of the Admirals. So yeah, I mean there are some other ones out there that are store variants that you had to get in order to complete the set. But I'm after that one that looks like the card hanging on the wall.
Yep.
And Dr. Afra's hot always.
Yeah, I love Dr. Afra spec. I'm all about it. I haven't been following it lately, so I don't know what's going on in the book. But here we got Dr. Afra #5. Let's see if we got anything interesting. Here's the variant. I like this. I like Terry Dodson, or both the Dodsons. The Terry doesn't his wife color his work. This says Ronan Tague has the legendary Rings of Val, and will he destroy the priceless artifacts or fall to their temptation? If they truly give him the power to rival the Emperor, what hope do Afra and crew have to stop him? So that's a great cover right there. Is this 1-in-25? It doesn't say. Hold on, we can't hear you, Lucas.
Oh, sorry. No, that is just a 1-on-1.
Okay.
So don't worry about that. So who is it? Blue? No, who is it?
Blue green.
Yeah, Blue Green was saying Mandalorian will be an interesting book to spec on. Well, yes, absolutely. However, there is a Peach Momoko because she put it out on her Instagram that she is working on some type of Marvel project that will have the first appearance of the child,
Ooh.
and she's already put out the art for it with the child on the cover.
Hmm.
So I would think that would be a little bit more spec worthy or collectible worthy. So yes, this one, 720. This one's a 1-on-1. I like the cover for it.
In Huckley.
Yeah, and even if they they could have took Darth Vader out of there, and that would have been a badass cover, especially for the Emperor.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed that there's no incentives for it to go a little bit higher and get the cover off, but it's still a beautiful freaking cover.
This is the Sprouts Empire Strikes Back cover.
Wait,
I like it. Hits Star Wars fans right in the feels.
1-on-1 as well.
Do we have anything other than that on there?
No, that's the last of that one. The other ones is just the Back to the Bounty Hunter.
Hey, so Lucas, real quick, do we have the list of second print FOCs too?
I have it somewhere. If it's coming up on FOC, it'll be in here somewhere.
Donnie Cates has already used this image in Venom. I'm just pointing that out.
Why is this here then?
It's because he's writing Thor, so he's probably on art direction. But remember, Rhino was destroying something outside of Venom 16, and Dylan and Eddie are sitting there at the table eating. So it's kind of similar to that. Thor's inside eating something, and who's that out beating the crap out of somebody?
Yeah. Is that Beta Ray Bill? It looks like Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah.
No. Beta Ray Bill getting knocked around?
Yeah. Says, you get a Emulsionor, and everybody gets a hammer. That's right. Come on down to Broxton, Oklahoma. Pick yourself up a Emulsionor for yourself. The famed hammer of the Thunder God is free for the taking.
Wow. All right. Well, maybe that's how Thanos goes and gets himself a hammer.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the next one is the Alex Ross Times variant.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a 1-on-100 of that.
Frankenstein's Thor Har variant. I can only imagine. So there's going to be a Klein variant. There's the Alex Ross with your traditional old Thor.
Yeah, that's Alex Ross Thor.
Yeah,
It doesn't look bad at all. That's a decent one. Like you said, he does chrome and those metals very well.
Yeah. Better than most artists for sure.
All right, now we're getting into we talked about Venom. Here's the Wolverine Alex Ross.
Okay, so thank you for touching on this Wolverine because this is going to be, that's Wolverine number 6.
Yep.
All right, so in our Swords of X, this one actually is X of Swords Part 3. Keep that in mind. So rumors about there also being, there's a variant cover by Daniel Warren Johnson.
Yep.
Okay. And then the Wolverine Timeless variant. So there is only those 2 variants, but it looks like the Johnson variant is probably going to be your 1 in 25.
Okay.
Lucas, can you confirm that?
Stand by. I'm freaking trying to pull it up. All right. So I'm looking at Johnson is just a 1-to-1.
It's a 1 in 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's interesting then. Okay.
Here's the Blue Green says he believes that the Momoko child cover is a Frankie's book. And if that is, shout out to Frankie's for pulling that one off.
Uh-huh.
That's a big one.
All right. So it's not in Wolverine number 6, which there was suspicion of there being a first appearance in this book. But I do like that cover, though. The regular cover, X of Swords. Dope.
Yeah.
But X of Swords Part 4 is the one that we need to talk about. All right, everybody. X-Force number 13. You ready for this speculation?
Yep.
We talked about there being a new character appearing. There's your timeless variant. But look at the Aban Choello variant.
Ooh.
Hoorah.
So, yeah, we talked about this yesterday.
Thought it was Silver Samurai a couple weeks ago because I knew that Silver Samurai had just been resurrected in Cable number 1. and I know that Silver Samurai is supposed to be taking part in what's going on. But with this being an X of Swords tie-in, and there being an incentive 1 in 25 variant with this guy appearing on it, and he also appears on the regular cover A, and I believe it is a first appearance. So spec lightly, but you might want to keep an ear out for what's going on with this one.
Do those dragons and demons or whatever they are kind of have a Donny Cates feel to them?
Yes, they do. They're very similar to the beasts that were showing up in Valkyrie.
So this is the variant here. Can you pull up the regular cover?
Yeah.
That would be, let's see.
I like the regular one.
Regular cover looks cool too, doesn't it?
Yeah. It almost looks like a Apocalypse type character too.
So, all right. So keep him up for a second. Does he look like... Actually, we got a hit.
All right, here I'm gonna put you full screen.
Is it a guy that's in the back left?
Back left. So it looks like that one's going to be the first appearance of Solum or after X of Swords Stasis. So it's not going to be a first appearance if that appears. But if you look at the attire on Solum,
yep,
it matches everything that we got on that X Force.
Right.
So
the question is, what's the sword?
Did he
stealth, the power within, the burden of knowledge?
Well, did he get that sword from Wolverine, or did he just bring it along with him? That's the question. And I think that Wolverine's probably going to find the sword in Wolverine, the issue before this one, and then this is when they're going to start coming in and battling each other for the control of the swords. Because I think that's what some of this X of Swords is all about. Is like there's swords that focal point energy or whatever you want to call about it, but that's where I'm speculating. That's where my head's at as far as the situation goes.
Yeah.
But if they don't appear in Stasis and they're only on that A cover, then this is going to be the book to have. But if they appear internal on that other one, it's going to kill the speculation on this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have a feeling that sword has already popped up somewhere.
Mm-hmm. I think most of the swords have popped up somewhere, if not all of them.
This is X-Men 13, the Alex Ross Cyclops cover. X of Swords number 10. How long is X of Swords going?
It's a lot of parts. It's Cable's part 8. X-Men 13 is part 10. And then 11 is X of Swords Stasis number 1, and then the next previews is going to have more.
Interesting.
Basically, till Marvel can't print any money anymore.
Yeah, you know.
All right, there's Marvel. Do we go DC?
I don't think there's DC in there. So let's do this. Throw up my screen.
Okay.
And so I just pulled out the incentives already. That way we don't have to mess around.
Yeah.
This is that Wonder Woman man. Was it Mom Jeans variant? This one is done by Roster Teeth. What people don't understand is that Roster Teeth, he has a very strong cult showing from manga and anime. So you might want to pay attention to that one to see if any of those are carried over.
I'm down for all the Wonder Woman variants, so thankfully I'll get that one, even though what the hell am I buying? But okay.
This is book 2 of the Batman 3 Joker. Fabric, this is a 1 to 25.
So they're not doing the big format though on those anymore. They're back to like graphic novel size, right?
Well, I could show you what it kind of looks like. It's about this thick.
Yeah. So it's like it's trade paperback thick, but it's like width-wise, it's yes. Back down. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then yep. So the next one is, I forget what cover this one is, but this one is a DC Knights Metal like Flash Peach Momoko.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's a 1/25.
Not a fan.
Spoiler: it's null under that Batman Who Laughs Fast.
This is another one by John Fabrics, Batman through Joker, book 2. This is a 1/100.
So it's just a black and white version.
Mm-hmm. This one is not an incentive, but this one is by Derek Chu. I love this one.
I do too.
Batman number 99.
And he's already had his first appearance. So that's Clown Hunter, right?
And Batman 96.
Yep. I left all those variants for $30. Was I dumb?
Yep. That's the one you showed. I think this is one of the books you gave away in the
this
one right on the wall right there. Yep. They gave away the other night during the charity event. So.
Mm-hmm. And then let's see.
Yeah, Death Speed Metal. I like that one. Death Speed Metal. That's exactly what it is. Oh, I like that. I like that one.
Yep, this Batman number 99. I forget who. I think this is Jimenez, 1/25.
Mm-hmm. That's the design variant for 99.
And this one is Deceased Dead Planet number 1 of 7. This one is another Peach Momoko.
That's the only Peach cover that I can honestly say that I like and I'd probably buy as long as it's readily available at my local comic shop.
That one seems scary. Like this one has got a feel to it that is just scary.
Well, if this is the continuation of the original DC storyline, supposedly this is the Harley and the Ivy that got left on that dead planet by themselves.
Yes, this is Peach Momoko right here. This is not Peach Momoko trying to transition and do the superhero. No, this is the superhero stuff getting transferred into Peach Momoko's world, and it looks fabulously freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, traditional.
Captain Carrot, bro.
Captain Carrot. Yep. I apologize. I forget which one this one is from. But this one is definitely coming up on FLC pretty soon. Yeah, I forget. Shit, I forget which one it is. Let's see if I can find it real quick. It is Dark Knight's Death Metal Multiverse End number 1. It's a one shot, and it's 1/25.
Captain Carrot and the Amazing Zoo Crew.
And then I happen to like this one as well. It's kind of reminiscent of that old Star and Bold. I think that's what it's called. With Starro kicking the ass out of freaking some superheroes. And this one is in Justice League number 53.
All-Star Comics 28, right?
All of a sudden, the DC spec is lighting up the chat. We got everybody like going. It's a fourth print for the Momoko. That's pretty cool. If it's a fourth printing and it's a variant cover with new art and it's done by Peach, that should give it a little bit of spec value. And I'm probably not going to read the story anyway, so I'll be buying that one. But when does Bluebird Harper Row come back? Hopefully, she gets a cover. So long overdue. I don't know. Harper Row was like one of those things from the New 52 that just like didn't really like make it to the new Rebirth stuff very much, right? The three Jokers being so enormous that the 1/25 might not go anywhere. Well, that's what happens on books that eclipse 100,000 orders before final order cutoff. So that's to be expected, really. Same thing with a key book that has 14 store variants to it. And that's why you got to just pick the best artwork and the best possible book you can. Duke Thomas spec. I heard you guys talking about it earlier. So
yeah,
and it was while I was in the car, I was listening to you guys talk about Duke Thomas spec, and then the guy goes, "Who is Signal?" And I'm like, "That's exactly how bad Duke Thomas spec is because you don't know who Signal is. Only the 15 people that I know that read the books know who Signal is because DC tried really hard to hype him, but it just never caught on."
No, I think they had plans for him, but they realized the fans weren't happy about those plans.
What about giving him the cowl? Why? Why wouldn't they be happy about it? I mean, Batman's passed the cowl to a whole bunch of people anyway, and it's not
there's only one person that I like when he passes the cowl to, that he's passed the cowl to, and that's been Dick. And I wouldn't mind it if it was Damian, but Damian's got to get older first.
Yeah, Damian doesn't fit into those shoes yet.
No.
And actually, that was one of the cool things that I thought that I caught in one of those Legends of the Dark Knight death metal things was a future Damien where he's like, "I failed you, Father."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that one was pretty cool. But yeah, Dick Grayson as Batman, absolutely. Jason Todd stepping into the cowl, getting a little nuts, maybe putting on the Azrael suit for a little bit. I could see that a little bit more. But Hood has got his own thing going on now. So the whole Bat family is evolving and getting older, but it's like they get to a certain age where they don't grow up anymore, and then everybody else is catching up to them. So now you've got a line of 4 Robins that are so close in age to each other that they would all fight each other for the cowl. So if Bruce ever did really say, "I'm done, I'm retiring," it would be a free for all on who would get the cowl because they'd have to beat the crap out of each other for it. But Signal, like, man, that Batman 21 spec was lit for a while there, especially that 1 in 100.
And there's a San Diego variant for that one too,
and a combo pack. So I mean, there's and notice what I just routed off there was basically every option of a variant that you can have for DC. Combo packs especially are like huge deals until they stop doing them. And I remember when I ordered all those combo packs for Batman 40 and they canceled every single one of them because they were like, "We're not doing it no more." What do you mean? Like, where's my combo pack, man?
A ton of stores did that, man, because that was a big deal. I remember everybody's like, talk to your store, get the combo pack variants for this, and 90% of them said no.
Mm-hmm. Order rejected.
Yeah. One last thing is the most important story for Duke Thomas right now was the White Knight, right? I don't know if you guys remember that storyline where yeah, and that was because it kind of showed he's taking care of this area, and the reason why he has to take care of this area is because every time Batman does something, he takes the bad guys out of that area, and then they go into the poor neighborhoods and they fuck everything up. So somebody's got to be there to kind of reroute shit and then make sure that the least amount of damage that can be done is done. Because nobody cares about the poor neighborhoods. That's Duke Thomas's area, and that's why that's the best storyline I've seen so far of him in his short career. But yeah, so that's all I got for DC right now. That's coming up on FOC. We can switch back to the previews. Switch back to your screen.
All right, I want to get in. Do we want to get into the card stuff?
Sure.
All right, let's get into the card stuff. How do we get there? We gotta, in order to get there. Now, this is the fun stuff. This is gonna be hard for us to do because we haven't done this yet. But if we want to check out the trading card stuff, let's see what we got here. Do we got nothing? Here we go. Let's see what we got here. All right. So we've got the Topps Mandalorian Star Wars stuff. People love these Star Wars sets. And this is a 1-box introducing Topps Mandalorian Season 1 trading cards. This entire story of Season 1 comes to Topps trading cards for the first time featuring new autograph signers packed in a collectible Mandalorian helmet tin. Look for the 100 base cards to collect, fun inserts, autographs, and more. Insert series include characters, Tolds of the Bounty Hunter, concept art, aliens, and creators, plus autograph cards, sketch cards, and 8 more. 8 cards per pack, 8 cards per pack, 7 packs per box. I imagine that's what it is.
Right.
And here you guys can see what the cards look like. People love these cards. I don't know about speccing on them. I've never looked into them, but these autographs are where it's at with some of these.
That Moff Gideon card right there, probably a beast.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yep.
Just saying.
This is interesting to me. I would maybe look into a little bit more. I don't know.
Because I want to know what the chase card is. Like, what is the rarest card in there?
Yeah,
I mean, if they're smart, they'll make that child the rarest.
And how many guaranteed per box? That kind of stuff is.
So this is interesting. This is Topps Chrome 2020 Black Baseball. Topps Chrome 2020 Black Baseball is an all-new sleek addition to an already stunning lineup of Topps Chrome. Collect all 100 base set cards featuring today's top superstars and rookie sensations. 100 base cards on Chrome Black Tech showcase a mixture of rookie talent and veteran stars. Topps Chrome Black autographs play on the brilliance of Chrome Black. Now, listen, if you guys know Topps Chrome design is gorgeous. And when they throw the black color on these backgrounds, it makes them even more gorgeous. And as you guys can see, some of these future star rookies, this is a big rookie in these sets, this Gavin Lux. And these cards are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. This is the new Topps Chrome Black stuff is new. This is new. You get 4 cards per pack, 1 pack per box. So you're getting, for $100, you're getting 4 cards, which probably means that you're probably getting
$100 before.
Yeah. And one of those cards is guaranteed to be an autograph, I imagine, if not a couple of them. So let's take a look.
4 cards for $100. What is the aftermarket on 1 card?
Huge. You pull a big rookie in here, very big. And here we go. I'm looking at the Topps Chrome. So here we go. Let me tell you about this set. So I basically just went to one of my card sites. This is Cardboard Connection. And it says, take a walk on the wild side with 2020 Topps Chrome Black Baseball. The new MLB set promises 1 encased autograph in every 4-card box. So you are guaranteed 1 autograph in every $100 box. And a fresh refractor rainbow to chase. So you also get the rainbow refractor card. So let me show you what you can get here. So out of the parallels, there are refractors numbered to 99, which means they have like a shimmer to them. There is green refractors, which mean the shimmer is green. There's blue refractors, which obviously you know where I'm going with this. Gold refractors, orange refractors, red refractors, and the one-of-one super refractors, which are like a vinyl gold with this beautiful. I think I've showed them to you guys before. They're one-of-ones. There's only one made, and they go for outrageous money. Here is some of the autos. I mean, you look at some of these. These are gorgeous. I mean, if I pulled that Mike Trout auto right there, I'd be stoked.
Yeah.
So let's see what the let's go take a look at what this is going for on Blowout. Let's take a look at Topps. Sometimes you get deals, sometimes you don't, and this is a hobby box. So here we go. Yep, there's your deal. So this is what you paid for it on the secondary from Blowout Cards, $400 a box. 1 pack per box, 4 cards per pack. Here's the sell sheet, so you guys can see it again. It's probably the same things we already saw, but there you go. Find 1 numbered refractor and 1 encased chrome autograph per box. So that's not bad. I mean, big. You could hit and get nothing. If I was paying $400 a box, I probably wouldn't play this game. But at $100 a box, I don't know. Maybe I'll play that game.
Full box.
Yep. So there's
full box.
This shows you guys the importance of being part of this community and finding out things like this. I mean, this is saving you a lot of money right here. So wow. That's with Topps Chrome Black Baseball. Let's see what else we got here. This is some of the fun stuff. This is Stadium Club. A lot of people love these old Stadium Clubs. You can see some beautiful, beautiful art. I'm not a fan of Stadium Club, but a lot of people are. And you can see here with Stadium Club, this is you get 7 cards per pack, 14 packs per box. So I imagine, is this per pack? This can't be per box. No way is it $4.99 per box.
Yeah, it's got to be per pack.
So it's got to be per pack. So you're
that's the suggested retail price. So that's like looking at a comic and going, oh yeah, the cover price is $3.99.
Yep.
So you have to
hold on, 20, 25, 56.
And let me go take a look at Blowout on that.
Okay, the box contains 14 packs. Retailers ordering and receiving 3 will be billed at a lower net price of $51.58. The preview's consumer price is $4.99. But yeah, it looks like the box is $53 for the box.
Okay, so here we've got a hobby box at Blowout Cards going for $224.
Wait. Say what?
So,
Previews is 53, and it's at blowout cards for 224.
there you go.
So this is blowout cards is basically if you miss the ability to pre-order, they're like your only hope because otherwise you're left to
eBay
running into eBay or the Topps guy dropping off the orders at like. Does Topps actually distribute these things to any other places?
There's differences. So yes, you can go get retail. Some sets they put out in retail, but you do not have the odds to pull certain retail products don't have the same odds that hobby products do. So, So for instance, this is hobby box. So you get 6 cards per pack and 1 autograph card. In the retail, you're probably not guaranteed to get an autograph card per box.
Right. And I can tell you right now, looking in the system right now, it's already sold out. FOC for this particular product has been bumped back till September 4th. It's already sold out.
Yep.
Can't even order it.
Yep.
Oh wow.
But this is the type of stuff that we probably need to get more into. And here's the big guy. So this is the big set. This is Topps Triple Threads. This is a set people go crazy for. I imagine this is probably already sold out, right, Lucas?
So let me see the March 2558. Let me pull that up.
This is 7 cards per pack. You get 2 packs per box for $130. And let's see what this is going for at Blowout.
It is not sold out yet.
Oh, wow. All right, let's see here. All right, so we got 2020 Triple Threads and they only have
What?
This is a 9-box case. So for 9 boxes, it's $2,400. So let's say, so that's what 9 to 24. So that's easy.
I don't know or like enough about different sports to be good at sports cards. I think I'm better at superheroes than I was sports cards my whole life. I can tell you what's on the back of a damn Jim Lee X-Men card, but I couldn't tell you what's.
I'm gonna have to get this, I guess. I mean, fuck, if that's $2,000.
Well, for 9 boxes, so
it's a 9-box case.
Yeah.
So what's the per box on previews?
Per box on previews is $129.
So it's a suggested retail.
Yeah.
But that's not what the cost is for.
What's your cost, Lucas, on these?
So that's a good question because the numbers are a little funky. It says previews consumer price $129, then the price before the discount is $207. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to get with the with Diamond on that one. But
yeah, let's figure that out.
Yeah, let me go.
So it said $207. And it's over suggested retail, and this is from memory. When I was working at the comic shop, these things are always over suggested retail. Suggested retail is always going to be stupid, way lower than what the actual cost is. So that's why I was like, "What? $129? That's like stupid low." So yeah.
So and that's for 9 boxes, right? So I wouldn't have to order 9 boxes because it says a box contains 2 packs. Retailer ordering receiving 3 or more will be billed at the lower net price of $201. So that's what I'll actually get charged. Is $201. $201
times 9.
Times 9.
18.
$18.09.
So that's you can pay $18.09 or you can pay $23.49.
If you wanted to buy the same 9-box case,
right. And you can look at some of these cards. These cards are gorgeous. They have you get historic triple relic cards where they have pieces of jersey. You get historic triple relics cards with pieces of jersey and autos. Every 2-pack master box includes 1 autographed triple relic numbered to 99 or less, 1 triple relic numbered to 36 or less, 1 autographed rookie card or autographed jumbo relic numbered to 99 or less, 1 jumbo relic numbered to 36 or less. So these are beautiful cards.
Right.
Yeah, man.
And if you guys, I mean, if it's that freaking crazy where it's like $1,000 from a pull box, you're going to get it for cost. Trust us.
Yeah. Look how gorgeous. This is a gorgeous card. I mean, that's a Bo Bichette rookie there. This is one of the guys that everybody's looking for. Gorgeous card. Just beautiful stuff.
So, and here's where, speculation comes into its best, people who follow sports. What's there to speculate on this year?
So let me tell you what there is to speculate on this year. There's a rookie in this year's set that people are going crazy for named Luis Robert. It's this guy right here.
Okay.
And let's take a look at some Luis Robert rookie cards on eBay, okay?
Mm-hmm. Because I'm obviously not going to go to sleep, and I get to go drive to the beach and watch the sunrise and everything like that in a couple hours.
Oh, man, I'm killing you. I'm sorry. All right, let's look at some of this.
No, you're good. No, it's good.
Let's look at some of the sold prices.
I chose to be here.
All right. So sold prices on Luis Robert rookie auto. Right.
Oh yeah, and we got a comment in the chat. It says, "Keep in mind these packs are like gambling." No,
they are gambling. Yes, yes.
Absolutely. It's the reason why I stay far away. I would rather count my odds in Texas Hold'em than in baseball cards.
Here we go. This one just recently sold for $850. This is a Topps Chrome Purple rookie, numbered to 250, 850. You can see 225.
Yeah.
These cards are selling a lot, and these aren't triple threads cards. Those triple threads cards. Let me show you some of the triple threads prices. All right. Let's go 2019 Topps triple threads, and let's just look some of the prices. There you go. So the Fernando Tatis was the big rookie last year. There you go. Compare Fernando Tatis. The last year was a crazy class because it had Fernando Tatis, it had Pete Alonso, it had Vladimir Guerrero Jr. It had an amazing rookie class, but so does this year. And if you compare cards, I mean, this kid's already blowing up the league. He's leading in home runs this year. But the Luis Robert kid they think is just as good, if not better. And his you can kind of compare his cards, I would say, to him. So $2,500. I'm obviously didn't get that, but for one card out of the Topps triple thread, let's look at some of the highest price cards. So this obviously you are gambling. Listen, guys, this is high risk, high reward, and here's the high reward. Thousands of dollars in these cards.
Woo! Man.
Single cards. These aren't multiple cards.
I'm seeing it, man, and it boggles my mind sometimes, man. Think about it.
I tell people that you guys think that the comic speculation game is crazy. It doesn't hold a candle to sports cards.
Yeah, because one injury can totally devalue a card.
You're right. You're right. But also, like, the amount of money being made off of cards nowadays is unreal. Unbelievable. But it is very high risk, very high reward.
And that's why I see all my friends out there buying cases, waiting for the Topps guy to come to their target.
Yep.
Hey, the Topps guy by name, you are gambling.
Yep. So,
but no shame in your game, guys. Do your thing. Some of you guys are so good with sports stats that it definitely that's the advantage. It's like the same thing as going to, like, okay, if I was to speculate on any Transformers comic coming out, I would probably know if it was a new Transformer or an old Transformer, and I would be able to tell a first appearance apart from somebody else. Same way you guys, your rookies and who are good at sports. Those are going to be the ones that are going to carry you. So, and yeah, you got some people who, like I said, I'm better at sports cards and comics, but I love comics more.
Yeah. Jason is a local guy in here in Phoenix that I swear, man, I don't know how we haven't gone and got a couple beers yet. I know it's COVID and stuff, but this guy's a comic lover and a baseball card lover. And I owe him a Michael Turner book, so we're gonna meet up here soon. We just got to get around this COVID craziness. So
save on shipping.
Yeah. So, anything else you guys can think of? I think that's probably it.
Cards, comics. I think you covered it. You covered DC too, who's no longer in previews, which makes this a very enjoyable experience.
Yeah, I know. I want to do real quick. I want to say I see Saint Aguila has a couple questions in here that I wanted to get to before we leave. She said, or he or she, I'm not sure. So I need advice. Should I buy a whole bunch of comic titles so I don't miss something, or should I keep my box small and save that money for the secondhand market?
You don't ask the wrong dude, because I will always tell you, stay as liquid as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Stay as liquid as possible. If you see a book that you like, fine, go ahead and buy it. But but don't listen to don't listen to us speculators, man. No, it's too high stake, and it takes you out of the liquidity game. But what I
Someone's going
will
to tell you
tell
to buy a whole bunch of Transformers comics that are worthless.
exactly. But what I will tell you is stay liquid as possible. When you finally jump in the game, um, jump in with the thinking that I'm saving this until I'm ready to flip it over to become liquid to buy something even bigger. That's if you take anything away from me, take that. Like I said, I don't call myself a speculator. I call myself a pyramid investor, and that I will try and grab all these keys and forget all this bullshit, this bullshit I got on the fucking wall, right? This is just because I want to make my wall fucking pretty, right? But I want people to say as liquid, especially with the financial things that we're going through right now, right, in this country. It's gonna freaking one of the things that's gonna happen. People are gonna start losing their jobs, and they're going to start selling the shit to pay the fucking bills. So the day is going to be won by the people that stay as liquid as possible to scoop that stuff up.
That question that you just had up there, Brian, and Lucas definitely killed it right there as far as making sure you're making wise purchases. But I will say this: if you read enough, you will start to notice things called patterns. And then once you start seeing the patterns, you can start chaining things together. And a simple Google search and some of the Wikipedia pages will lead you down rabbit holes, and you'll start discovering things. Trust and verify what you can. And I feel bad again because apparently in the Ragnarok story, Rune King doesn't show up until 83. So and all it says is 80 in the wiki. That's all you can go on. I couldn't read a book. I couldn't find a copy.
Patrick was giving you shit.
Yeah, it's fine. I told him I'll make it up to him. But I couldn't find a copy to read, anywhere, and I couldn't find a copy to read online in any of the online, places. I'm like, oh, come on, digging through archives trying to find an old volume of Thor. But it's one of those things. You have to look and read so much, and then you'll start to pick things up. But first appearances of people, right now we're in an information age where there's a first appearance every 24 seconds, and you could buy everything under the sun. But if you're not constantly in the marketplace buying and selling already, you are behind.
Amen. Amen. This is just a lower form of gambling. It's the cards is the crazy one. I mean, you cards is like 2 steps away from playing roulette. I mean, that's all it is. This is a lower form of it that also has it's much more in comics that you have a personal feel to these things. You read them, you enjoy them. Cards, you have a personal feel to them, but not as much as comics. They don't have that functional value where you're reading something. So that is also the other thing.
So Lawrence Valoria asked, would it be safer to buy the boxes then resell those boxes after a month or two?
Yes. On certain cards, let me tell you something. Right now in the card game, what's happening is that's exactly what's happening. People do play the speculation game on single players, but the biggest money is made buying these boxes when they first come out because they immediately go up in value as soon as people can't get them anymore. And like Jason said, that the retail is a completely broken system, that even in the retail market, like Ultra was saying, as soon as those third-party retailers show up to fill those areas in Walmart and Target, there's people waiting for them to buy them all up. So not even the young kids are getting cards anymore, which is a bummer, but most young kids don't collect cards, but there's a lot of them. So like Jason said, the retail system is completely broken. It's causing a big issue in the card world. But yes, that is the way to make big money on cards. If you can buy cases, put those cases away for however long. I mean, right now I have some Topps Chrome boxes from 2018 that I think I paid $200 a box for. I bought a case of them, and they're going for like $500-600 right now.
It's just like the whole flea market buy. Like you walk to a flea market, you find an old sealed tops box. You're like, what do you want for it? They're like $20. Yep. You buy it for $20. You take it home. You open it. You're like, oh my god, I've got McGuire rookies. Like Canseco stuff. Like, oh my god, like stuff you'll stumble on. So know what years are the good years for whichever athlete it is in the genre that you're buying. Football cards are apparently like huge.
Yes.
I have a friend who's having me ask some of my friends for a hockey card, for a player. So, if you know your genre, if you have a favorite sport, and you again know what years, it's just like comic book speculation. Knowing what issue number was the first appearance, what's McFarlane Hulks versus Peter, first Peter David Hulk versus Peter David and McFarlane. Like those make all the difference in the world. And it's just researching before you buy, before all that stuff. Yeah. And Lawrence is in Hawaii. Oh, I love Hawaii. Took my honeymoon there for 2 islands and did some comic book shopping.
So there was you guys were mentioning Target and Walmart for these cards. Those higher end, like those triple thread cards, Brian, are those sold at Walmart and Target? Or
no, you cannot get triple thread at retail. Those are only hobby. The higher end stuff you will not find at retail. The highest high end stuff you will find at retail are the Topps Chrome and the Prism cards, which sell for a ridiculous amount of money. I mean, you look at this last year of Prism basketball. Those were selling. They had different versions in retail, but they had the little $20 blaster boxes. Those $20 blaster boxes that you could have got 6 months ago are probably selling for $250 on the secondary market right now.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah. And that's because you pull a Zion Williamson out of there, just a base Zion, you get it graded. It's $1,000 card. That's just the base card. If you get a Zion Auto or a Zion Prism with a different color on it, it could be exponentially higher,
And he was hurt his first year too.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, listen, a LeBron James rookie just recently sold for, I think, $1.4 million. That card is from 2004. A card from 2004 just recently sold for $1.4 million.
The gang.
Yep.
Man. So. Right. And don't forget, there are those underdogs, right? Those guys that were underdrafted and then they turn out to be Hall of Famers, right?
Tom Brady.
He was like second to last drafted in his class or something.
Yeah, he was 6th round draft pick, and his rookie card. There is a Tom Brady rookie card. It is a playoff contenders auto that they printed only a little bit because they didn't think there was a lot of them. That's a $500,000 card. $500,000 card. And it was not supposed to be a big player. That was a player that they thought that card, people would see it, and then it would just be a throwaway because he was a 6th round draft pick. It's a $500,000 card right now.
So when Mr. Valorius asked that question about should I hold on to it for a month or two, well, sometimes because some of these kids, they're not going to hit for like 2 or 3 years, man.
Yep.
So it's just like sometimes I'll buy 3 or 4 freaking comics, one to send to CGC, one or whatever, and then still sometimes that's what you got to do. Just take it and just throw it in a box. Don't even freaking think about it. If you really, really like that freaking comic, or if you don't like the comic, you just got to freaking.
I'll give an example. It's kind of like when you buy a Venom 3 first print and a third print for cover price. Stick them in a box. You buy an Young Avengers #1 for $20. Stick it in a box. You buy a Spider-Man or Spider-Woman Alpha #1, 1 in 25 for $25. So you buy that ratio. Stick it in a box. You buy a Power Girl 27 for $20. Stick it in a box. You do all these things that are like, ooh, that looks cool. That looks good. And you stick it in a box and you leave it there. And then on a rainy day, 3, 4, 5 years later, you pull it out and you sell it for 500 to 1,000% profit.
Yeah.
If you're not making 500 to 1,000% profit on things that you're speculating on, you're not speculating right.
You got it. So,
And on that note, I think we'll end this one tonight. I will say, make sure you guys, if you guys want to be in on this, get in on this pull box stuff. This stuff is easy money if you can stick with it. Make sure you guys go to check out Mighty Mel V YouTube channel.
Sound went dead. I heard it too. Your sound went dead.
He muted himself.
You muted yourself.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So I will say again, and make sure you guys go to It's Drunken Chat and like and subscribe, because it is the best late night show on YouTube, and they are going to be doing this preview stuff more often over there. So make sure you guys follow this, get in this pull box, save yourself some money, get yourself some comics, have fun. But always go to your local comic store first if you can.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And on that note, thank you, Lucas.
Oh my God! Thank you guys for freaking helping me out, man. Freaking once again, I love doing this stuff, and especially with you guys, because you guys have all the niches covered for me. So once again, thank you, and you guys make it a lot more interesting than me freaking scratching my voice out and freaking going on this horse doing it by myself. So thank you so very much for doing this for me.
Thank you guys for inviting me. It was a pleasure.
Right.
I'm gonna enjoy getting no sleep tonight.
On that note, we're gonna call it a night. We'll see you guys next time.